AC/DC gone. can't tell if that one was worse than the last one that we got. That one sounded easier to. I don't know. I didn't have as violent of a reaction to that one. All right, decent greeting. We have made it past the greeting phase, which has become quite a turbulent time for all of us. Turbulent. All kinds of problems with the greetings here lately. So
Readings can be problematic.
they can be. The hardest part of a conversation really is the greeting, right? So, the kickoff to a football game or whatever. So what is the
Oh,
what?
Alex is gonna be mad. I was supposed to play a thing and I forgot.
Nah, it's not a big deal.
What?
Alex made a thing that he wanted me to play during the intro, and I forgot to play it.
Alex made a
No.
thing he wanted you to play during the intro and you didn't play it. Now Alex is gonna be mad at you.
Yes.
It's not a big deal.
Oh, I
Alright.
no time like
He's
the
going to
present.
send
Look,
plagues of locust upon me.
look, then you need to do the best thing you can possibly do to not incur the wrath of Alex.
Obviously.
Try to do it up now and pretend that the intro never ended.
And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Extended intro.
Nice.
Away goes. I swear, Ghost, I'm trying to wash my dick.
I should have watched that first. Well, you
So that was
happy,
art.
Alex?
I'm happy.
That was art.
That was art.
So what was happening there? Were you being haunted?
Yeah, I was being haunted by ghosts in the shower.
You were
Well, he
being
was
haunted
trying to
by
wash his
ghosts
dick.
in the shower.
Yeah, well, I was trying to wash my dick.
Huh.
Let this be a lesson to you people. Always shower with a katana.
Yeah, never leave the basement without it, I guess. What the fuck?
I don't know. The fuck? Herb just said something and it got by Google.
Okay,
Herb
so
doesn't say things that get got.
this
They
is the
must have
new
fucked
topic.
up.
This is the new topic that we can kick off with before we get into the dirty. Google hates Baragon.
Fuck off.
Right now, if you have the ability to, feel free to throw a couple Baragons in the chat. See what happens. Google is discriminating against Best Girl in a world where we are told that we have to pretend that King Kong is a fucking kaiju.
I just threw
That's
one
real.
and it's fine.
Oh, your one is fine? Give it a sec. Wait for it, guys. Wait for it. Hold on. This would be actually kind of weird or amazing. Well, Joke has a wrench. Well, Herb had a wrench and Google
Yeah,
still
Herb had a
moderated
wrench
him
too.
earlier. Yeah, so that was weird. All right, give it. Ah, there you go. Google is on a war against Baragon. Who
What
don't
the
deserve
fuck,
that
Google?
shit. Doesn't deserve that shit.
Who owns Google?
King Kong fans.
Obviously,
I'm not
terrible
kidding.
people.
No, look for yourselves. Anybody who has the ability, you can peek the chat yourself. You will watch all of these glorious Baragons sent to the wayside. Sends them away. Here's one that's going to make you especially angry, Akujin. Keep an eye on Krubu right there.
No.
Wait for it. And there you go. There you go. I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. But what the fuck do you think that's all about?
No, wait, they got the Popcat? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is
I feel like
Is this a
this
hate
Yen's not
crime?
happy. Yen's not happy about it.
I'm with Yen.
I feel like most stupid things that Google does, this will probably get fixed within a day, or it won't get fixed at all. That's usually how it goes.
Look at that. Any and everyone can get got.
That ain't right, man. Not for Popcat.
There you go. So what do you think about that?
I think I need to find out who my Google congressman is and write him a strongly worded letter.
How strongly?
Very.
Fucking shame, man. So I'm sure that there are people who, when they see the Popcat get got, I know there are people who will be happy. But
One
Paragon,
person.
really?
Why do you say people when we all
Well,
know who it is? It's
all
that
right, well,
one
it'll be
person who
well,
hates
like
Popcat.
Gadfly, Radbound, Bella, fucking like. There's a contingency of anti-Popcat people. That is why you had to go the extra mile to get the Popcat emoji, because
I
there are
am neutral to
anti-Popcat people.
Popcat. Popcat is fine. I don't diss or dis. I don't like or dislike Popcat.
No, greetings to Bully Hunter Brad. Says Google stole my Kuji coin. Now they're out here stealing Kuji coin. Akujin. What are you gonna do about that?
What the fuck?
You're
I posted one before and it was fine.
nope. Nope.
Yeah, it is. Look, go back in the chat. I posted a Kuji coin. It's fine.
Sorry.
Oh.
Much like WWE, they're attempting to delete the brother as well. This is unfortunate. This is unfortunate. Wait. I checked. It does appear that the brother gets the go ahead. The Hulk Hogan emoji is cool. You can post as many of those as you like. You are in the clear. But no Popcat or Baragon. Godart has bought a little ad break. Said Congress needs another useless meeting with Google until Popcat is restored. Darn it. Can't believe the Popcat is in this kind of situation. Google mods hunt for unarmed emojis of color. God damn. Brad got. What did Brad have out there? Bar Stewart. Now with YouTube, you can use custom emojis on your channel. No, not those ones. I guess.
Only Google approved.
Bella taking the Kuji coin out of her pocket, shaking it in the chat. I don't know how long it's gonna be. Oh, they got the Crymad ducks. Oh, this is sad.
I
You guys know
posted one
how
before
it
and it
feels.
stayed up, and Anthony posted one and it stayed up, but then Naomi posted
yanked
2
Bella's.
and that got.
Bella's got. They yanked him. The uncle eats a pencil girl. Uncle eats a pencil. Is the uncle gonna? Yeah, uncle deleted the pencil. There it went. All right. There you go.
This is horrific.
This is pretty unfair. Okay, it's deleting links to other places. It's deleting emoji. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Telling you, man, this ain't right.
Alex,
See,
as
I would-
the owner of the channel, what do you have to say about this? You have to.
Yeah, Alex, how are you gonna fix this?
I'd say this seems more like an error than anything else, considering the Hulk Hogan
Oh?
thing is. This seems to be working still. Actually, if you continue to go back up, a lot of these emojis seem to be staying. I'm rolling back up in the chat, and the Kuji coins are sticking around. The Popcat, like if you roll all the way back up, there's some Popcats that are not being deleted.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, there's one by Anthony Hack, way, way up. If you keep scrolling, it's still there. So I don't know. I don't know what the pattern here is. It's strange.
Strange pattern.
Pattern.
A pattern. Pitter pattern. By the way, I found out Jim Ross says pattern.
No way.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! But you know, he has some speech issues, but he says pattern when he means to say pattern, and it's, oh man, big smack of blossom right there.
Grant says stop simping for Big Google, Alex.
Oh,
Big Google.
that's what you're doing. Sucking on that big G like a fucking dork.
I have no love for Google.
Yeah.
You need to rectify that shit.
Seems like you do.
Maybe they put out a new moderation script against Popcat and fucking Baragon. They better not be out here making scripts against Baragon. Be fucking right off. I scroll up and see some emojis are still there, but there's a lot of deleted from Google. I don't know.
That's what I was saying. It's weird. Some of them are still there, so I don't know.
Dr. Herb paid to make his Baragon stick around. Crossing my fingers. He
Think
said
that'll
can't
work.
get Baragon in a super chat either. You did. I see it. Do you see Baragon in the super chat? Is
see it.
Baragon gone? Baragon gone.
And Baragon's gone.
Baragon. Baragoner?
Baragon.
Baragoner. Bullshit. This ain't right. This ain't right. Baragon's still in there for me on the Dr. Herb chat. Did it really get taken away? Is
I
it
still
really
see
a
it.
blank one? Alex sees it. I see it. Is it taken away for others though? Press 1 if you can see Dr. Herb's Baragon super chat. Press 2 if it went away too. I don't know what's happening here. Help me. I'm trying to help. Figure out what you're allowed to say and not allowed to say before you get got. I don't know if spamming's gonna help us. Ben said 2. There's a 1, there's a 2, there's a 2, there's a 1, there's a 1, there's a 2, there's a 1. Okay, these are not consistent results I'm getting.
Being fucked with.
I don't know. I don't know. Do you think it'll stop by the time we're done today? I guess just be careful with emojis or you may get got, guys. So yeah, that.
I have no idea with Google. Google is weird.
Or don't be
YouTube is
careful with
weird.
it. You're grown. You're grown. You can do as you want. But I'm telling you, I don't know what the thing is, but right now apparently they're mad at emojis. They're not big on emojis right now.
Sometimes
what it is.
YouTube has little things like this that get fixed, and then sometimes they just don't. I would imagine this kind of thing would fix itself, but then again, it's also YouTube, and YouTube fucks up and does stupid shit, so you never know.
Yeah. All right. No more donations for the experiment thing of trying to don't like try to experiment with like donations and emojis and shit. We'll probably be able to tell just in like increments of like 10 to 20 minutes through the show. If you want to put like 4 or 5 in there, somebody does that, that's fine. You know, try to figure it out, but don't try to get yourself in trouble. Spamming the emojis, they're telling, I don't know, they're deleting them for some reason. I just don't want anybody to lose their account or what the fuck ever is going on. I don't know what it is. Got no answers for you, and that's pretty unfortunate.
Twitch
Alex
wouldn't
got
put
it.
up with this shit.
Oh, Twitch wouldn't do this? You mean that?
No.
Okay.
Are you high?
Twitch
Twitch
would
would
loves
absolutely do
emoji.
this.
I ain't got nothing for Twitch, but they love emoji.
There's that righty person. They said hello to all. Apparently, righty wants to talk to me. If they want to talk to me on air, let me know. If they want to talk to me off air, let me know about that too. I'll try to be around if it's off air. If it's an on air thing, I'll try to get you some time. Whichever. Let somebody know. Bradbound said that he enjoyed the game stream we did yesterday. It's members only. No, it's for the member people. We played a zombie game with Bella, and it was funny. She had no idea how to do anything, and he's playing with a Ziploc bag over there while everybody's like doing shit and shooting zombies and trying to live. She's playing with like the Ziploc bag stuff in the back of a car or something. Nothing was happening. It was funny though. It's a very hard verbal sell. When you see it, you're like, got it. I get it now. I see why that's funny.
Yeah, her having no idea what was going on was definitely one of the best parts.
I tuned in for like 5 seconds and told Bella she was a goofball.
Yeah, you started being really mean to her. I didn't know that you had heat with Bella. That's new.
What?
I don't.
What?
Apparently,
Where the
Bella
fuck
didn't
did you
know
come
that
from?
either.
Oh.
Who
Because
I
I
didn't know
don't.
she was here. Hold on. I didn't
That
mean to
was
start
Leader.
shit just now. That was an act. Oh, it was Leader. All right, it's Leader.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh, God. Okay, well, you may have figured this out while I was in waiting with the volume turned down, but it looks like if you only use one emoji, it's fine. But if there's multiples, especially of the same one, those are
Delete
getting
it for
got.
spam.
Yeah,
Oh, that's dog shit. People pay to use those.
I know.
It's like
What
$1,
about
but
the,
that doesn't matter. Like it's their dollar, and they spent their dollar to use them thar emojis.
Right.
And Google said them thar emojis were okay when you put them in, and now they're saying, okay, not
Google
that many.
moderation says only in moderation.
Can you
Yeah.
spam the generic emojis? Like the non-paid for
Oh
ones?
yeah, let me try
I don't know. Check it.
doing that.
Look. There's no reason for this. It's like $1 an emoji. Ain't no reason for this. Ain't no reason.
This is bullshit.
I hope they get it fixed.
Okay, well anyway, I don't know what you got going on today, but
Well, everybody's getting Google policed over emojis.
yeah.
Bar Steward said it's the same thing that happened to Markiplier. Oh, great. Of all the same things that happened to Markiplier to happen to us, it's that our emojis get arrested by Google.
Our beloved emojis. Didn't hurt
That is
anyone.
your sin.
Akujin worked hard for the Pop Cat to be there, whether people like it or not. People are very attached to Baragon. Okay, the girl eating the pencil, the cry mad duck, there's so many ones. No reason, but it's fine. Not a big deal. Hopefully they will get this squared up. I've heard they allegedly already had it squared up. Obviously not.
They're liars.
They tend to be liars. The truth is not in them. They are a machine. It's fine. So, Bella, am I allowed to say what the first thing you said to me this morning was?
I guess.
Okay. So, the first thing that I heard from Bella this morning, out of nowhere, I'm just, I'm leaving where I'm getting some breakfast at. I'm getting, going to get some coffee at the gas station. Just doing my thing. And all of a sudden, pops up on my phone. Now I don't text while I'm driving. I'll look at it. I look at it, and on my phone were the words, "I just squirted blood all over the floor."
What?
Big smiley face at the end of it. I'm just set my phone down. Yeah, I set it down.
Care to explain that,
And
Bella? Comments?
Well, it happens when people put IVs in me. It tends to shoot out the other end,
Well, see, I didn't have that information.
I guess I should have led with that.
No good morning. No hello.
Oh,
Like
I
that.
forgot. I
Just-
forgot.
I squirted blood all over the floor. Big smiley faces. Oh well. I just set that over there.
That's the best. Oh my god.
I was
You have a weird
slightly
definition of the best, but okay.
I was
No,
slightly
it's just
bugged. I can't be held responsible.
Who do we hold responsible? Leader?
It was leader.
No,
Yes,
the
leader.
It was
lady,
probably leader.
the lady that put the IV in my hand, and she
She sent that
Excuse-
text to Tonka?
no,
Can you imagine
No.
waking up next to this woman instead of saying hello, good morning? It's nice to see you. She's like, I just squirted blood all over the floor. Ugh.
No, you don't even get to say hello. Like you're just like, hey, I just squirted blood all over the floor.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
well,
I just squirted blood all over the floor.
I didn't even know you were fucking awake. Never mind squirting things on floors. This
Seems she's
is
very
I-
awake.
I apologize.
oh, she apologized. There we go. It's
It
over
was
now.
just a thing that
Yeah, it's over.
happened.
No, it's over.
I let you and Akujin know
Blame it on Leader.
that there was blood,
Yeah,
lots of
leader.
blood.
It's over.
It happens. But I'm okay now. I'm just a little loopy, but I'm okay.
That's a damn shame.
I'm happy loopy.
Happy loopy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Damn.
It
Is
could
that
be worse.
is that the hippie way to say she's really high? Like, is that
No,
420
well,
was a couple days ago. I mean, I don't know.
it's not from
it's
the
fine?
marijuanas though today.
Ah, it's from.
It's from good old fashioned IV pharmaceuticals.
Oh, good. So your procedure, it went well. You're feeling all right. Like you're straight out of surgery, squirting blood everywhere to on air.
Well, yeah, I figured like keep my mind off of shit, you know.
No. All right.
My neck hurts a little bit. So,
Well,
yeah, I'm gonna like socialize and at some point I may just say, you know what, I'm about to pass out at my desk. I'm gonna go lay down. That may
oh,
happen, but as of right now, I got Dunkin' Donuts after the fact because I couldn't eat or drink for 8 hours. So I scarfed down an egg and cheese croissant,
Croissant?
croissant.
iced
Croissant.
coffee.
Croissant.
Croissant. Okay.
I'm trying to sound classy and fancy, you know?
How's that going?
Yeah. How's that going?
It doesn't work because that, you know, I can't be who
Croissant.
I'm not.
The fucking croissant. There's a C and an R. You're just like QU. I'm gonna
Fancy.
put a
Well, now you
QU
guys
here. It's fancy almost. It's
Croissant?
gonna be
no,
great. Croissant.
Croissant. Oh,
I'm
ha,
just
Just say it.
oh, I'm eating my croissant.
ha. Croissant.
I sound well
Ridiculous.
educated.
No.
Fuck
No.
off.
Omelette du
Okay.
No,
fromage.
no, I took
smart.
French for
Apparently
I
not.
took French for
You
2
took
years.
French. That was your French impression, and you took French.
Well, I mean, it was in 8th grade and freshman year of high
Okay.
school. So, you know,
So
it's
that
been a
was
Okay.
long
like
time.
65 years ago. So
She's softening up on that I took
It's,
French thing a minute ago.
well, but I did, and I didn't flunk. I didn't really, I didn't excel. I didn't get A's, but I didn't
Nah, I
flunk.
didn't get surprised.
I think I can see where you failed.
Yeah,
I
QU
didn't
doesn't
It's on the
mean it's French.
fail.
pronunciation.
Yeah. You can't just put QU in
Wait,
front of
how
it.
do you, hold on. Okay, so have you guys taken French?
Yes.
Okay.
Then how do you
yeah,
say
sure.
it?
I already said.
I
I
say
don't believe you.
croissant.
The fuck do you
Croissant.
mean?
I
What was that? I don't know. That I don't know
Croissant.
about. I
I
don't know.
say
his thing.
croissant.
Okay.
I think I
Still,
had
it's still
a
I
more
live in
correct.
America.
But
A fucking croissant. A croissant.
look what happened.
Quest sandwich.
Croissant.
I
Quest
swear to
sandwich.
God.
You what, mate?
What
From Burger
the
King.
hell? Dunkin' Donuts. What's wrong with the way I say Dunkin' Donuts? Why are people
Donkin.
having a problem with that too?
It's fine. It's fine. Look, your pronunciation of words is endearing. It's fine. There's some people that find very endearing. Not a big deal. Alex, tell her it's not a big deal. Come on. Help me here.
It's not.
If I believed
There you go.
you, that would be really nice. It's not, see?
It's not.
Nazi.
Alex is the truth teller.
I don't know if you need to call people Nazis right now.
I didn't say that.
Oh man. What were
You
what did you say?
guys.
Okay. It's fine.
I had anesthesia. Can you be just a little?
I'm being very
Cut
understanding.
me some slack here.
I'm renowned for my slack cutting.
You are not.
It's what I'm known
That's
for.
a lie.
Slack cutting.
Tonka, lies straight from the pit of hell.
Whenever Tonka comes to mind, slack cutting is the first thing that comes up.
That's what he's known for.
He's just coming out with all this slack.
I cut everybody some slack. I'm that
Oh
guy.
my
I'm all about giving everybody. You know,
Oh my
Hey
God.
guys, I'm here. I've got some slack, and I'm here to cut it.
I'm the man who's known to give them all the benefit of the doubt a couple times.
Well, I'm asking nicely though. Does that make any difference?
Are you asking nicely or noisily?
Tonka.
What?
Don't you have any empathy left in your soul?
A scotch. I do have a scotch.
Okay, well, dig deep. Find that scotch. I need it today.
There you go. Yeah, Barstool pointing out Tonka Slack Cutter Saw, they call him right there. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
It's my middle name.
Oh,
inside of
Doc,
quotes.
thank you.
Awesome.
Hi,
Blossom.
everybody.
Blossom baby joining it a bit. She is enthusiastic to talk about one of the topics apparently, and we'll see. She
I
may
don't
trip
even
and fall down
know.
the stairs on her way here. We'll see.
What are the topics?
You don't want to know yet. And if we do tell you now, you won't know in 10 minutes when we talk about them.
That's not fair.
But it's accurate.
It might be accurate, but
It
it's
might be
not-
accurate there.
Not fair.
Those hate facts.
I'm gonna do my best, okay?
I believe in you, Bella.
Thank
She
you.
sounds like the little
believe in you
kids.
too.
Yeah, she sounds like the little kids are getting their teeth pulled in the videos, you know.
Yeah.
You've seen those videos, like
Oh,
everybody
they're
will get like
fucking
compilations.
Okay, well, okay, but see, I think I have something working in my favor, and that is that I say stupid things on a regular basis anyway. So, I mean, how much
Just a normal
more
day.
stupid can my words get, even under the influence of IV drugs?
IV drugs. Do you know what they were?
Well,
Yeah, what they give you?
no.
No.
Whatever
That's
whatever
not good.
Yeah, I feel like you should know.
Hold it.
Yeah,
Wait.
you always want to check
wait.
that.
Whatever they give you to like make you go to sleep.
Oh, well.
Oh.
Some kind of sedative, I guess.
Yeah,
it's
just
not that big
anesthesia
a deal.
stuff.
Anesthesia stuff.
Yeah.
Some kind of sedative.
You sound like you've been on an anesthesia date. That's what you sound like.
Maybe. Well, I
You've been
mean,
out with Bill Cosby.
they were
Yeah,
shoving,
they roofied her.
Anesthesiadate.com.
They
they were
roofied her.
shoving needles in the side of my neck. I needed
They
something.
were shoving things into you. That's not good.
Well, how did the procedure go then? I mean, if you are this out of this world, the procedure's good. You feel okay?
My neck is a little sore, but I'm okay.
They cut it up.
No, they shove a needle in there that has like a hollow tube, and then they pull the needle out and they leave the tube in there, and then they stick this other thing in there, and see it goes like into your spine, like in the discs or whatever. And then they put this other thing in there that heats up like really, really hot.
Whoa.
And they
Why are
burn
they shoving stuff in your
the
spine?
nerve endings.
What's up with that?
So it went from C2 to C5 in my neck, and
the
they
fuck
hit
was ready
all
for
those
that?
spots. And burned off my nerve endings.
They burned off your. Wait, all right. So they shoved a tube into your neck and then put a lightsaber in there and burn shit off.
Is it good for you not to have
Yes.
nerve endings? Don't you need those? Like, to feel?
They just burn like the certain ones that like feed the certain areas where the pain and like the migraines stem from and like all of that kind of shit. So they're
They-
very selective.
They fucking lasered the nerves off of your spine
So you were having headaches.
an hour ago.
It's
Yeah.
a good thing you weren't awake for this.
A fucking hour ago.
Yeah, so many times like in other areas of like my back and stuff, and I'm usually awake for all of them because I don't like squirting blood all over the floor, which is what I just tend to do it.
So usually
But,
I'm not a big
You know,
fan
when
of
it's
the
that
idea
close
of
to
this.
my face, it just creeps me out. So I was like, yeah, put me under. So
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I wouldn't want to be
Okay.
awake when you're digging into my spine and
Mm.
severing nerve endings.
it is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just I want to be wide awake,
I mean, it's
doctor.
only temporary. Like it'll last probably like a year, and then you know the nerves regenerate and all of that, and then you have to do it all over again.
I know you'll be doing it. I'm just amazed you were here an hour later.
Me too.
Yeah, Bella Badass.
Yeah, I told her that she didn't have
Well,
to.
Honestly, an hour later, you were prepared to have a go at James Charles after having your neck lightsabered.
I told
She
her
went
not
silent.
to. I said,
Did I
look,
let
you don't
you
have to.
know?
It's fine. And she's like, no,
Fucking Luke went
my
up in
Tonka
there.
needs me.
Force was
Oh.
with him.
well, like
Without me, he couldn't
option
possibly
is
understand the
just, like,
complexities
lay in
of
bed.
the makeup community.
Well, that's probably true. I don't know a fucking thing about it, but once it gets into the point of they're doing things that are criminal,
I
yeah,
just
that's
wanna
much
lay
easier
in
to analyze.
bed.
Well,
Are you laying
Blossom's
in bed?
around. You wanna tag Blossom in? You go lay down?
Yeah, holy shit.
Oh,
She'll
Like,
go lay
you
down
are-
if she wants to.
You are like 1/18th decapitated. Do you know that? Like you had a lightsaber in like one spot of if you would have do it around like 18 more times, you've been decapitated. Like that's. I haven't had anybody on my show who had like an hour earlier been 1/18th decapitated. That's gangster.
First for everything.
well, I am who I am.
That's gangster.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I said, you know, I may not last like the whole time or whatever, but right now, still a little high. And I figured, fuck it,
I'm
why
a little
not?
high.
You know,
Fuck. Okay.
you know,
Just a little high.
Amazing. Oh, holy
it's gonna
shit.
keep me
Always
busy,
lost on
and
nothing
I'm
else.
not
Forgot the
gonna
number of
think
the
about all
thing.
that.
No. The number guy forgot the number of his comment. I see it. I see it.
No.
He did. Look.
Oh.
He didn't do the thing.
He broke kayfabe.
Oh, I see.
We got
Isn't that
him.
a crime?
I don't know who you're talking about. Who is who?
Yeah, got him. He's done. It's over.
Was
That's
this
the gig.
procedure necessary for you to get cleared to to stilt box? He really wants me to box on stilts.
I want everybody to box on stilts. You understand? Right, that's
If
the
it
sport
were
of the future.
happening like right now, I would totally be doing it. I have a
I'm a-
feeling.
Was this all
Now
stuff
is
related
exactly
to
the
you,
time to not do that.
Look, the guy with the number
Naturally,
thing,
but
he
I'm
doesn't.
just saying if it was left up to me.
Look, the guy with the number thing, nobody needs to freak out at him. Nobody's giving him too much shit. He ain't the first guy who's lost his winning streak on this channel.
Yeah, don't give him too much shit. Just
Many
little
of
bit
people
of
have
shit.
come over here to get got. Shh. Nobody tell anybody. When he goes anywhere else, you let him keep up his game. But he got this time. He got.
Oh, was it his concern for
seen it.
me that made him forget?
It's possible.
Oh,
You broke him. You broke him.
I'm
Bella has her first
sorry.
Kumite
Oh,
win.
nothing else.
A weird win, but a win nonetheless.
Oh,
I didn't
don't
even
like that win.
She did
I
it
didn't
on
even
movies.
know you were like going under the fucking knife. Was that from like
I didn't
years
either.
of ballet and dancing and shit? Was that?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't from years of retiring, Alex.
Well, fuck
Well,
the way
I
it
just-
fucking the way she said it, I didn't know what she was doing. She just said she squirted blood all over the floor, and I'm like, "Yep, okay." And I moved along from that topic. I didn't want to know, but
You told me to bring tennis balls.
well, yeah, you said you were
I
bored, and I
remember
said,
that.
"Do you have a phone game? Did you bring a tennis ball? Do you
I
have
had
anything?"
neither.
She had neither.
She
had nothing.
I
brought
wasn't
me.
prepared.
She brought what?
She brought me.
Oh,
Well, that would have been fun.
did you know that Bella got 1/18 decapitated today?
1/18 decapitated.
Pretty much
Did you lose
stabbed in the
part of
neck with a
yourself?
lightsaber. No,
You
no,
got
she got
stabbed in
like
the neck with a lightsaber?
pretty much, yeah. They burned off the nerves on her spine with a laser
It sounds so awful.
an hour ago.
And
That
she's
was an
here
hour ago.
now instead of resting.
She's out here
She's
doing them
fucking
Kurt Angle
badass.
surgeries and then showing up on the show.
Don't make fun of her. Maybe she
I am
wants to
making
express
fun of her.
herself.
Dude, no,
Why are you
we're
making
not.
fun of her, Tonka?
I'm
It's
proud
not
of the
cool,
hippie.
bro.
I didn't say anything mean to the hippie. What are you talking about? I'm not bullying the hippie.
Are you taking the day off?
You bully her a lot.
It's hard to bully people
Nobody, no. The only
right when
person
they
that
get off
bullies
of the
her-
hospital bed.
But
Leader
somehow
is
you
the only
still
person
manage.
that bullies her.
Like,
Right?
she hobbled off of the hospital bed and put on a headset. I don't know what to do with that. I can't be mean to her.
I
For all I know,
appreciate
she's
that.
probably still got the weird paper dress on.
Well, no, I still got the bracelets on and I still got bandages on my neck
See?
and on my hand.
She's still got all the gimmicks on.
But I am fully clothed. So
Oh, there's
that's
that.
something.
Tiny victories. Tiny victories. They
Yes.
count.
Yes.
Okay. So.
So,
Okay, I can't turn my head that way. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Don't
Okay.
do anything crazy with your head right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aww.
There is
Okay.
still a
I moved
lightsaber sticking out of her.
everything right in front of me, so I don't have to turn my head at all. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Krubu says, "I can bully." Moist. Moist.
Really?
that's
I don't get a break from that.
I didn't do that.
today either.
He said that. That wasn't me.
No, that was Leader.
Man.
That was that leader.
Well, that makes me sad.
why would
As
you
it
do that
should.
later? Have you
As
no
it should.
compassion?
Have you no shame? Oh my god, now Gadfly did it.
What is the
God
moist
damn
thing?
it, Leader!
I didn't even know that
It's
was the thing
just-
that bullies Bella. That's brand new to me.
It-
Had no idea.
Yeah, it's been that way for a long time. I don't like that word, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a no-no
Because
word.
it's like, okay, if you're referring to lady bits,
Oh,
then like it just makes me think of like dark, dank,
Oh.
musty.
Whoa.
Moldy.
Wow.
Whoa.
And
What are we going? What are we
Birds,
doing? What are we
like
fungus.
doing?
that's
Hey,
not what.
this is a family show.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
PG.
Well, but you don't want to think about lady
Think about
bits
like
in
She's talking
that
about Swamp Thing out here.
context.
think about like ground moisture, not vagina.
I
Come
can't,
on.
Alex. I can't help it. There's swamp ass, and then there's swamp puss.
Oh.
The fuck?
What the fuck?
You don't have to go immediately to
Like algae and moss and shit.
Yeah,
moist doesn't have to be a that kind of word.
but it is.
It doesn't have to be that kind of word.
Going to the
Doesn't.
beach, swimming in Lake Michigan with parasites and amoebas trying to
With parasites.
enter the cavern, never mind.
There's actually a fish in the Amazon River that will swim up your urethra.
Oh yeah, they
Where?
fucking hate that
Yeah.
fish.
What the fuck?
But
They
it's mostly
seriously
dudes
tell
that they
you
do it to.
not to swim. Because this thing will swim up your pee hole.
Yeah, there's always the signs, like several times a season, to not get in the water because of the bacteria levels.
Oh, this isn't
Ugh.
bacteria, this is a little worm
I
thing.
know. I'm just saying here,
A
that's
worm.
what we get here. Because God bless the steel mills.
God bless the steel mill.
It doesn't make for the highest quality water to swim in,
No. No, it doesn't. Anything that is going to risk your genitalia.
Right.
Probably a hard pass for most people.
So I haven't gone more than knee deep in Lake Michigan in like a decade. Which sucks because I like swimming. But
Get a
we
pool.
just- I had a pool.
I don't like swimming. I like swimming in the ocean better. The ocean
What?
is so
the
fun to swim.
ocean's nice.
Yeah,
Ah.
that's like
Whoa.
It's a
basically
gargantuan toilet.
yeah, it's basically 80% whale sperm. Just consider
Yeah.
that next time you go out there.
But
Ah.
it's so fun to swim around because there's so many different things you can do.
You step on
Thank
jellyfish,
you.
you know.
Like
So
swim?
many activities.
All these activities. Fuck.
Yeah, but there's all these
It
different
looks
games you can play in the
really nice
water
at a
in the
distance, but
ocean.
then you get there and it's green and mossy
Yeah.
and sandy,
Yeah.
Okay, well, it always looks sandy, Alex.
salty.
Okay. Okay, well, it was always going to be sandy and salty. Like, that was always there.
Yeah.
Right?
Just
Like,
saying,
that was
the
always
ocean
the
looks
plan.
the ocean looks really nice at a distance, but then when you actually get there, it's just not that great.
Okay. That
It's
I
just-
can believe.
I had a pool. It got ruined.
That
I
was a
never
great story.
recovered.
Never recovered. You're brokenhearted for eternity. I believe you. So while we have both of the females here, and we have 1.5 conscious females here,
It's not nice.
what is the thing about the James Charles thing that both of you like
I'd
to talk
say
about?
2/3.
Oh my god.
2/3.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
here
So
we go.
Oh,
Okay.
Go.
I don't
Queen.
really expect a lot of the guys around here to know who
guys.
James Charles.
Not a
What?
one of us, probably.
What did Bella say?
Did
I
Bella
don't know
die?
what did she say?
Well, I don't know. I missed it.
I think she said, "Hold on."
Am I here?
Oh.
Okay,
Hey.
you're back again.
Well,
Okay.
we did do the show on him, so anybody that was here that day, hopefully they remember who he is.
Maybe there's
Oh,
at
okay.
least that.
Okay.
Maybe they've heard of it.
So you guys all are familiar with James Charles, right? Okay. So then you would know that this guy kind of changed the game for men who participate in the hobby of makeup. James Charles was made the face of CoverGirl at one point, which is huge. It's a really big compliment because it's like CoverGirl, hey. And then James Charles blew up as Pablo knows. Hey, yeah, hey sisters is like his catchphrase. He blew up as a guru slash influencer, and he had a very successful career in the makeup and YouTube industry. Well, as some of you may have heard, some shit going down with this motherfucker, okay? He was messaging a 16-year-old boy. And James Charles is not 16. Let me
a
let me
16-year-old boy.
grab his age real quick. Hang on a second. He's 21. Okay, so he's 21 and he
was messaging as young as 14.
Yeah, you guys, it's
That
not
was the
good.
youngest one.
Not fucking good at all.
I think isn't there 17 accusers now or 18 something?
17.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah, there's a
ridiculous
So,
amount.
They got a fucking
Something.
basketball team of accusers.
So this
Mhm.
kind of started back in February when a 16-year-old, I think he was famous on TikTok. As you guys, I'm sure, know what TikTok is. If you do, congratulations, because I still don't really know what TikTok is, but it's out there and everybody uses it. So the 16-year-old accused Mr. Charles of sending him nude photographs and pressuring him into inappropriate conversations on Snapchat.
And why Snapchat? Because it all disappears.
That's right. For those of you that have Snapchat, you know that most of your messages can disappear unless you go out of your way to like save them, because you can do that, I think.
Yeah,
But
you can
Snapchat is
archive
a
them.
really anybody that's fucking on the internet knows what Snapchat, the undertones of Snapchat are. Like, it's usually nudes, nude exchange. Like, that is what it is. So Mr. James Charles issued a statement on these allegations, and he said, "The accusation that I have groomed this person is completely false." He wrote, adding that he was unaware the person he was messaging was under 18, which, like, pause right there, because if you're going out of your way to get to know somebody, wouldn't you like ask how old they are? Like, that's like one of the first things like that I would want to know is like, how old are you? If I'm going to be talking to you, how old are you? Right?
Plus, their ages were on their social media accounts.
So
All he
it's
would
like,
have
come
had to
on.
do was
Yeah,
look.
yeah. So he issued a statement. He was like, I'm innocent, you know, like, hey, I didn't do it. But it's like, just kidding, I actually did, because he ended up coming out with a YouTube video. I think it was called Holding Myself Accountable. And he
Mhm.
said that at the time, he was under the impression that the recipient of the messages were 18 or older. And then he said these conversations should never have happened, point blank, period. There is no excuse for it, he added. Although he did try to excuse himself
Yeah, he did have
earlier and
excuses.
denied it. But now that, you know, things are coming to light about him, you know, he's gonna
And
do the right thing.
remember,
He's
his
gonna fucking call him
excuse
shit.
was, I'm just that desperate. I'm desperate for love and relationship.
Oh my god, that's so freaking cringy. So
Yes,
yeah,
it was.
You
in light
guys
of all
wouldn't
this,
begrudge
a
a
lot
man
of
a love-starved man a relationship with a 14-year-old boy, would you?
ew.
Yes.
God.
So in light of these allegations, as Bella said, there have been multiple. YouTube has decided to demonetize Mr. James Charles. And not only is he getting demonetized by YouTube, but several other big name influencers are dropping him. Like I was actually surprised that even Tana Mojo is dropping James Charles, and I don't
know what Tamatonga has against.
I'm not really
Sure.
sure. Like Tana Mojo might just be somebody that I'm aware of because I used to watch that sort of content. I don't really
You don't fuck with the
know.
Bullet Club.
So Tana Mojo is kind of known for being a little bit like on the trashier side of things. Like
Oh
there's a
wow.
lot of controversy around her. She hosted like the world's worst fucking
The world's
convention in the world.
the world's worst
People,
convention in the
Tonka,
world.
people were getting sunburned because this bitch
People
had
are
Oh
not
shit!
Well, I don't think she's in
No.
control of the sun.
She's
Oh,
not, but
no.
she's in control of having a safe space for her viewers to come and meet her. And if she's gonna have a convention, she's gonna need to set it up properly. There wasn't garbage cans, there wasn't water.
Oh,
She didn't even
that
have
feels like
food.
that's probably
This
a whole
girl-
other thing. We can
is a
talk
whole
about
other
that again
story.
one day. It's just
But,
it's weird. I like the phrase of the world's worst convention in
It was
the world.
though.
I
It was.
like that phrase. That's a
We
good one. You
could
need to
talk
keep it.
about TanaCon some other time, 'cause that
TanaCon,
was the
yes.
whole thing,
So
yeah.
even
Don't get me
Sorry,
started on
Tana
by the
Tana,
Mojo-
way,
my
all right.
girlfriend.
Tamatonga, I'm sorry I confused you for this person. All right, Tamatonga's cool. I didn't know it was a girl and that they had a. I didn't know that. I don't know. It's fine. Tamatonga, don't kill me. Go ahead.
So Tana Mojo has actually dropped James Charles, and she did a lot of collaborations with him. She was his friend.
What's
And
she? Hold on. What's
even
she
she
dropping
has
from?
dropped him because of the allegations. Like she has sided with the TikTok, the 16-year-old TikTok user. I think she became friends with them, and now she's like, whoa, hold on a second, like fuck you, James. Like I believe this guy. So even Tana Mojo has dropped James Charles,
And the other
she
17
was-
everybody
guys.
has tried to cancel her so many times.
She
But yeah,
was
so he is
fully aware that he was baiting straight men of age, but still, he was on dating apps and stuff, posing like as a woman
right.
to get dates. And there's actually a video of the two of them together where he's like putting on wigs and shit and asking her which wig he should wear to talk to this straight man. And she's laughing about it and having a great time. So, yeah, she didn't care what he did for a long time, but now all of a sudden, you know, he's
Oh,
just
Yep.
it's-
too hot to handle.
Well, there's probably
Greg
that.
Sanford, sorry, he said, what did she drop him from? Well, she dropped him from her inner circle, I guess, because
Man,
she
like
would make
that's what I
And
was
her
asking.
support.
Like, what did she like? Are there any like business sponsor people? Anything official that's dropped him? Like, I get
Yes.
people
Okay.
being like, "You're
Yes.
not
Yeah.
my friend anymore."
We
I
haven't
got
More-
that.
we haven't got there yet.
Morphe finally dropped him. We talked about that. I know the first time we talked about him, I was pissed that Morphe hadn't made any decisions, but they finally did.
Is it Morphe that's also like they're not going to continue to work with him anymore, and they're also going to put a bunch of his stuff on sale?
Yeah, they're
Is that the same
clearancing out
company?
the
Yeah.
rest of his inventory. Yeah.
So that happened a couple days ago to a week ago, and at that time James was still monetized on YouTube, but now YouTube has demonetized him. So what does that mean for Charles? Well,
Can I
it's
clarify
estimated
something?
That
that
just means he doesn't get money
All right, I
from
want to
Right.
point
YouTube,
something out here.
particularly. Like, he gets other avenues, I'm sure.
Like,
But what's
Well-
weird for me is that if they're demonetizing him, and is it over this?
the accusations.
Yeah.
yes, it's absolutely
Yes.
over.
Okay.
However,
They
This-
say it's over this? Like, what do they say they demonetized him over? I just want to make sure. What is the reason they
it
said?
was basic in light of current events or current whatever.
are
Something
you
to
asking
that
you
effect.
about
Okay,
YouTube?
well,
Okay.
there's a
YouTube-
statement
What
that's
is
on
YouTube saying?
YouTube said if we see that a creator's on and off and or off-platform behavior harms our users, community, employees, or ecosystem, we may take action to protect the community.
Okay, so does that go? They're obviously talking about the video where he admitted he did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if that's the case, then YouTube is looking at it and they're saying, hey, there's a problem and we should do something. So what they did is demonetize it. Now, if you remember 15 fucking minutes ago, they said that even demonetized videos, they'll run ads on and collect the revenue from.
Yes, they will.
And he gets millions and millions of views. So it's like they're going to keep making money off of this, even though they acknowledge that him having this popularity is the problem. Him being monetized isn't the problem. Him having that platform and having the ability to have that giant pool of people to prey upon, that would be the problem, yes?
Exactly.
Okay, so who gives a fuck if he's demonetized? This is
Right.
ass backwards.
No, they did the bare minimum to try to appease everybody because they've been getting a whole lot of shit. Them, TikTok, Morphe, they've all been getting spammed with tweets and whatever going, what the fuck are you doing? So there's been a ton of pressure. So they have chosen to do the bare minimum, hopefully to shut everybody up.
That's not the bare minimum, and that shouldn't shut anyone up. Look, all right. He will make less money, but I have a feeling, one, he has plenty. Two, he has other avenues. So the issue is he has this giant fucking pool of people, right? And he is
Mm-hmm.
preying upon people who see him in this manner, right?
Which, by the way, in that video of him, holding myself accountable, he straight up says in that he was using his social media as a dating site.
Okay.
As a
Okay.
date.
Fair
So
enough.
he full on said out loud in front of God and everyone.
I don't expect much of shit from him. All right. I already know. He admitted to doing it. He's been very clear about how he did it. That's fucked. Here's the problem. YouTube has acknowledged that he did it and he is an issue. That's the problem. Okay, and if your way of fixing the problem is taking away him getting the money from it, and now you'll keep the money from it,
Right.
and you're just going to let him keep the platform and keep interacting with people who show up there in his comments, keep interacting with people on his... What the fuck? It's like, yes, we're going to do something about it. We're not really going to do much about it.
No, he's a cash
That's
cow
what they're
for a
doing.
lot of people, and they don't want to lose that. They don't want to lose that completely.
That's so trash.
Isn't it?
Also, one thing that I think is really important about this article is their use of the word temporary. They have temporarily.
They have
demonetized.
temporarily demonetized them. Okay, so they're
Which leads
acknowledging
to
that
the
this guy is
conclusion.
preying upon minors, and they are doing it temporarily. They're kind of
Yeah.
tapping out on it. That's fucked.
Well, yeah, because even James himself has said, like, I'm gonna take a break and I'll be back.
Fucking dog water, man.
Ain't
That's
it?
so shit.
Ain't
Are people praising it as them taking action? Because that's not really doing shit. They're not doing it.
No. Generally speaking, outside of his young fan base that, want him to stick around and think that he's totally fine in what he did, because they're all kids, pretty much any grown-ass adult is calling bullshit on all this. They want him gone.
Do you think some of it's jealousy? Or do you think that, fuck's sake? Because that's what people are gonna say. They're gonna say, aren't they? They're just jealous. He's got a big sub count.
Look, they can be
That's why
jealous
they want him
all they
gone.
want, but this is exactly what any community would need to do. I mean, if whatever community you're in, if this comes out that there's somebody running around in your community doing this, yeah, you need to be fuck this guy.
Well, and to be honest with you, I would rather see TikTok remove him from their platform than even YouTube, because TikTok was the one that he was finding all of these kids on. And they have done nothing. They've made no moves at all. I don't even think TikTok has demonetized him. Like nothing.
If you're gonna keep him around and let him continue to prey upon people, I don't really give a fuck if you pay. I'd prefer you didn't have him around and didn't pay him. But I mean, I see this for the bullshit action that it is. It's nothing.
Right.
Especially in YouTube's case, where they'll just run ads on the video and they'll get paid.
Exactly. Yeah. So we see what's really important, you know?
It's a bit shit. Just
Money
a bit
makes
shit.
the world go round.
Godart gave us a little ad break and it said, "Look pretty and do as little as possible." And that was a quote from YouTube. That's not nice, but probably accurate. But also maybe a little inaccurate, but probably accurate.
Hi,
Allegedly accurate,
Carl.
maybe. Oh, Carl,
Man,
you're a fan. I forgot.
my fan.
So, if they're, I don't fucking get it. If they're acknowledging that he did something, that he did this and he did this wrong, and that they're aware of it, what the fuck is this action of? Oh well, we'll demonetize him.
Well, Xylee pointed out the relationship that he has with Susan, you know, which we had talked about that first stream, that he has met her in person on several occasions, has gone to meetings with her at YouTube headquarters and all of that. So,
Well, all right. They kind of. I would say that it's just that, but there's also another situation of this. An old man kind of blew up by singing songs earlier in the pandemic. I think maybe like last summer. He was just singing songs. Had an article written about him about how it was warming people's hearts and shit, and he blew up. But then people found him. He was he was a pedophile. Like that was what he was. But he was out here singing songs, and like a lot of kids were in his comments and shit. This has brought the YouTube's attention. He's still around, I think. Is he still around? Does anyone know who I'm talking about?
no,
Shit.
I
Well,
missed
you don't
that
count right
one.
now. You're
Yeah,
loopy.
yeah.
But it was a big deal for a second. It was just some old guy who was singing songs, and they wrote articles about him. People made YouTube videos about how heartwarming it was in the pandemic, blah, 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 blah. He blew up huge, hundreds of thousands, if not a million fucking subs. I don't know if it got to him, but it was getting big. And yeah. I'll fucking find it. Fuck it. Hold on. Give me a sec. Talk among yourselves for a second.
I don't know that it would be Austin Jones because you said the guy was like older, like an old man. Austin was pretty young.
I don't think, no. This guy was old.
Yeah, okay.
This guy, he was really up there. Not so much. Like somebody said, the Austin person was like that. No. We're talking elderly. All right, and he was getting put over by you. Big deal, big old thing. All right, so I don't know, it feels like they turn a much more blind eye when they become aware of it, and there's plenty of fucking views. That bothers me. That bothers me,
First and
especially with the new
foremost, it's
rules
a
of
business.
demonetized. The earth is overpopulated, said Gadfly. There's a lot of pedos out there. We need final solution for problem. Well, you would have to know who they are, and that's kind of the whole problem. It was the other reason why Akujin gets so mad at people throwing the word around all the fucking time at anybody who they don't like on the internet. try to label him
Yeah.
as a pedo or some shit. And then you have like this one who will blow up into a fucking giant YouTube thing. He's fucking did something pretty bad, according to the video, and according to again in the video they say they have the same name, they look alike, and you know they go down the list. They're around the same age. You know he goes down all the things. And he says, but it may not be him. But they like, look, it's him, but he's having to say allegedly. It's that guy who kept getting pulled off of YouTube for making videos about pedophiles. Like he just kept getting pulled down off of YouTube. It's making a big deal about it. He had the weird croaky voice. And wore like a mask gimmick. He was a bit extra. But yeah, that was the thing. Like maybe it's because you use the term pedophile. I don't know. Like maybe that should be a thing that you have to put on adults only. But here's the biggest fucking problem with the whole idea of like, oh, that's content for adults. It's content for adults. It's not adults who are bumping into these people and who would be at risk for finding it and learning about it. Again, I don't necessarily think you need to go around and have these conversations with kids all the fucking time and like, you know, just spam it in it's not what I'm saying. But at the same time, the people who would end up getting fooled by these people would be children. So it would be, wouldn't it be the children who would need to see who they are? I don't know how they would go about that, especially given the things
Yeah.
discussed in the videos. I get all this. I get all those problems. However, the penalizing that is usually far overreaching on one hand, but on the other hand, I don't know. I have a feeling we can look up that the guy in our title, James Charles, he's still got a channel. Look up EDP, still got a channel.
Yeah. It's
know.
interesting, selective outrage, selective punishment.
Well, the selective outrage, selective punishment, yeah, for sure. But it's I don't know. Like I get it. They have their guidelines and they lay it out. You can't talk about this, this, and this, and it not be like age restricted and a bunch of I don't know. Like maybe they should age restrict. I don't know if they are. Maybe they aren't saying that's. I don't know what the problem is with it.
I don't think a
Maybe they don't want it there at all.
conversation about pedophiles is something a kid needs to know about. Really. I mean,
I don't either.
they get taught stranger danger, and the reason why we tell them stranger danger instead of telling, oh, be careful that somebody doesn't kidnap and rape you, it's because you don't want to freak out the child. They're not ready for those adult concepts.
Far
So,
more accurate.
realistically, when there is a pedophile threat or a threat to children, adults need to be aware of it because adults need to take action. Getting rid of this
Pretty
guy?
much.
That's bullshit. Age restricting the video? I understand.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
don't
but-
think the whole stranger danger thing works in cases like James Charles because
Well, no, this is
kids
Then it's
feel like
celebrity
they know
danger.
them.
yeah, but this
They
is
feel like
the
they
celebrity
James
know
Charles
them.
situation. That's one of those situations where the adults need to get rid of the pedophile from his grooming platform. You know,
Kind
Right.
of take away his tools if you're not going to put him in jail. Like he admitted to doing it. So you would think a crime may be brought up, talked about, something of the sort. But since we're not going to do that, can we at least take away his tool that he does it with? Thanks, maybe. I don't know.
And you
Jesus
know
Consider it.
what I
Christ. We don't let pedophiles and sex offenders near schools. Why do we give them access to millions of children?
what I find so odd is that James Charles was one of the faces of YouTube. It was he's one of them that they pushed to the forefront to bring in big advertisers and, you know, all of that kind of shit. So wouldn't it make sense in the realm of like keeping advertisers happy and all of that to get rid of him and say, look, as soon as we know that something's up, yeah, we get rid of him. Doesn't it look worse for them, to the advertisers, to keep
I don't know.
this guy around?
I don't know.
Should.
Maybe some advertisers, they don't like the elements of shows like that. You know, look, I don't even want to be associated with things cashing pedal. Let that be done. Some blah blah. I don't fucking know the answer. I know it's a dirty business. All right, and like even people who I don't like who do it, like I'm not a big fan of fucking Predator post. Of all the people who do it, he is the one who will find a way to make you be like, God damn, why are you awful? Why did it have to be you who caught this person? Like he's that guy.
Yeah.
But either way, you're happy that they expose the people that they're people who are out here trying to harm children. You're glad that they do it. But they're shit. Once you realize, like right now, the EDP445. See if that guy still got his shit up. Does he still have a channel?
I will find out.
Just see if he still got a channel. We know James Charles does. These are people who we know. They've admitted on camera. And they will tell you from their own mouth that they did it.
Yeah, even an admission of guilt isn't enough.
Fuck them. Chat Gadfly said he's deleting all of his videos. That may be the case, but he's still got a channel. And he's got millions of subs. So, I mean, there's no small amount of people there. I'm just saying. He's still got a channel, Akujin? It's still standing?
I don't know. I'm having trouble finding it. It's not coming up.
Oh, okay. Maybe he does.
All I'm
Maybe it's
seeing
gone
when I
bye-bye.
search for it is videos on him and the shit that he did. Oh wait, here it is.
Yeah, there he is.
EDP445, 2 million subs, still up.
Jesus.
Wow, and the actual name is Eat Dat Pussy 445. I guess that's okay too. If you have
He
2
made it.
million subscribers.
No, he made it. If he's going, if all he has to do is delete his videos to keep them, no, he made it in the clear. They're all just gonna do it again and again and again.
Oh, he's a mukbanger.
That sounds much
He
grosser.
is a very large man.
That's gross. Just the word mukbanger has it
I know,
sounds
it sounds
grosser.
disgusting, right?
Yeah,
I
I
hate
don't
it.
know why you can't just say
terrible word.
they eat.
Because that's not technically the genre. I mean, I don't like it, but that's what they fucking do. They're dudes that eat. You know, that chick that everyone goes on about. Can't remember her name right now.
Amberlin.
Yeah, that one. She's one of them.
God.
And Foodie,
Booty beauty.
Booty, whatever.
Yeah, it's fatty stuff in their face.
Nikocado. He's actually highly entertaining. So there's at least that for him.
I will never be
He
at a low
yells
enough
while he
place in
does
my
it.
life.
I wouldn't say he's highly entertaining. He just yells while he
Oh,
eats
come
and is
on.
fat.
When he's
I would be ashamed to know who these people are.
When he's screaming and crying in his car about the woman feeding the cat.
I didn't find that as funny as you did.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
I actually thought that was really stupid. And I told
Oh.
you, don't act like this is a surprise. I
Oh.
told you that.
I don't think you saw the actual one. It was
I
like
did. You made me
an
watch it.
overdubbed clip thing of it. It was like a
Oh my God.
compilation. So it wasn't like the actual.
It wasn't
thing.
the actual.
I thought it was funny.
She thought it was funny.
I did. Man.
Fucking trash.
So much besmirchment.
Well,
Is that a word?
at least they're not pedophiles, which is not exclusive to
Right.
not large YouTubers, because you can put two of them in the title who are both having very, very real, very, very current, very, very large issue pedophile, people are aware of it kind of problems. What the fuck?
What the fuck indeed.
That should be
Well,
something that alarms
sorry.
people.
It should.
It should. There was another one that did something like something, it's line something. I can't remember the other one. Somebody had told me about that guy like 4 or 5 months ago, and he had hit another
Winemaker?
big thing. That might be it. That was another YouTuber. Did the big, and we talked about, there was the one who was going to third world countries to prey upon poor children while he
What?
made videos acting like he was helping them. That was one of the worst
What?
YouTubers we ever talked about.
Oh, I remember watching that.
Yeah.
We watched that on the show.
Yeah.
I don't
Now, these
remember
guys may
that.
not be that bad, but
They're
Oh,
not that
wait,
good
okay.
either.
oh, they are fucking awful. These are bad people. They're not quite, trying to take advantage of poor kids in the third world,
Yeah.
because they know they can get away with it, and then put them on camera and act like you're helping them by giving them food. I mean, that was a crazy, terrible story. It's all pretty equally fucking awful, though. Once you start fucking around with kids and all this, these are bad people. Bad people. Grand scheme on the total, bad people. But I have a feeling that there's probably shit that you haven't heard about with them that is going to be worse than what you have heard. What I know about the James Charles shit, that bothers me because YouTube has fucking acknowledged that he did something wrong, and they are not fixing it. And when I say fixing, I mean fixing it to the best of their abilities by taking away that tool that he admits that he uses for that means specifically.
Huh?
That is about as negligent as you can get once you are given some information like this. And you're letting, we're going to do something, but it ain't really anything that's going to put a dent in the actual issue.
It's nothing that's going to protect the people that need protecting.
Very
It's a
zero
slap on the
sum,
wrist to
non-win,
him.
lame as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. There you go. The one that I was talking about earlier. You ever heard of Plasma Master Dawn?
No.
The fuck, dude? Plasma Mastodon?
Hang on, Akujin. YouTube is riddled with the funk. Okay? Riddled with that shit. Ate up with the funk. Man, pull it up, Akujin. I don't even care. I don't think this guy gives a shit if people show his videos.
Wait, you want me to get ready to play this?
Go ahead. Yeah, how long is it?
That's 15 minutes.
15 minutes. We'll go through it a good little bit. Double speed it. He's one of those croaky motherfuckers. I don't know. He may not be one of the croaky motherfuckers.
Based on the thumbnail, he looked old, so he may croak.
No, I'm talking about the guy narrating the video. There's a
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You're killing me. You'll
Oh,
see
is
what I
that
mean.
not? Alright, whatever.
You're fine.
Just recently on Twitter, I had someone reach out to me and ask
Not
what I
croak.
did to decompress after my disturbing investigations. And usually my process is to take a few days and just watch some lighthearted videos to kind of clear my mind from all this darkness. And a few months ago,
Double
when
time him.
doing
He's still
just
going
that,
slow.
I stumbled across a channel that really
Or
stuck
1.5.
with me. A channel so wholesome that I couldn't help but smile. It was an account called Plasma Master Don that showcases an old man singing covers of popular songs, with the first one I saw being his version of Slow Dancing in the Dark. It's a channel that has been discussed everywhere at this point, with the internet falling in love with this sweet old man, whose real name is Don. Over the years, Don has accumulated over 500,000 subscribers, capturing the hearts of all of them with his kind personality and captivative singing. He was just what 2020 needed, a break from the darkness, something undeniably innocent. But of all the places I've seen this channel discussed, there was one where I never would have expected to see him mentioned, and that is the r/morbid reality subreddit. Now, for those who don't know, this sub is extremely gruesome, and it's summed up perfectly within its title as the darkest recesses of humanity. And in the beginning of October 2020, and between all these posts of darkness and death, was a post about Plasma Master Don, the channel that in my mind was probably the purest ever created. Naturally, I assumed this was some kind of joke,
500,000.
but as I clicked on the link, I realized that it was anything but. The post reads, "Sweetest elderly YouTube cover artist, Plasma Master Don, is actually a recently registered sex offender." And along with it were two attached images, one of the Plasma Master Don YouTube channel, and the other of a mugshot that looks eerily similar to this beloved man. The post was then followed up with multiple links leading to two separate sex offender registry sites, each showing a man named Donzel Edward Owens, a 73-year-old man from Ohio. The man happened to be arrested on August 19th, 2019, for a crime labeled as sexual imposition, with his victim being described as a juvenile male. Now, both of these sites offer no explanation as to the situation that specifically led to the arrest, but just by looking it up, sexual imposition typically occurs when someone has some kind of sexual contact with a person against their will. And in this case, we already know that the victim was an underage boy. So that alone means this Donzel sexually touched a child without their consent, which can't be given by a child anyway. Now that alone says so much, but I wanted to know the specifics of this case, just to be sure of what we're dealing with here. And after doing a little bit of digging, I eventually came across an article that briefly mentioned Donzel, stating that a May 13th pretrial was set in County Municipal Court for Donzel E. Owens Jr., charged with sexual imposition for allegedly grabbing another man's genitals on Sunday. And as we know already, this is something he was convicted of. It's a disturbing crime, and one that I find to be completely unforgivable. But what was even more shocking to me about this case was that the post claimed it was actually committed by Plasma Master Don, as they theorized that the two were the same person. Now, truthfully, I was shocked, but I initially assumed that it was just someone who looked very similar. I mean, I've seen false reports like this in the past, where people nearly had their lives ruined over it. And when I went on Plasma Master Don's channel, I couldn't find any comments relating to the story, and his like to dislike ratio was still extremely high. So I just assumed that this connection wasn't actually true. After all, how could this man, the man I've been watching for months now, be capable of such a disturbing thing? But just out of curiosity, I decided to do a little bit of investigating, and what I found was incredibly disheartening. Now, before we really get into this, please do not send any hate towards this person, and please do not go after them.
Pause real
That's obviously
quick.
just not okay, and I'm only sharing this information.
No. Given what you've seen there, just right off the top, everybody is it's a pleasant channel, right? Old man singing songs gets lots of coverage. They're talking about it at news outlets, stories. People love it on Twitter. 500,000 fucking subs.
Seems nice, doesn't it?
Seems a good story.
It almost seems wholesome.
Almost. Almost. And then, of course, fucking people like, hey guys, it's there's actually a problem.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be something he had done a long time ago, and even then that would have been bad. But like, oh no, recently even this guy just in 2019
Yeah, the only reason why he stopped was because of COVID.
He's doing this in the recent.
Oh. God. All right. Got another piece of news. I'll get to that later. God, it's goofy. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. I need a minute.
And because
Go
it's
ahead.
worrisome, and I feel like it really needs to be discussed. So is Plasma Master Don really the same person as this registered sex offender? Well, starting with the most obvious factor first, this Donzel person shown within the mugshot does look eerily similar to Don, the man behind the Plasma Master channel. Same looking
That's the
face,
same
same
shirt!
glasses, same brown eyes, same black hair, even the same birthmark. I mean, he also appears to be wearing the same exact shirt in this particular video, and they both have that same distinct chin. The physical description is definitely a match, but again, basing things solely off of looks is completely irresponsible. There has to be more evidence. So what about their names? Well, as mentioned previously, the sex offender's name is Donzel Edward Owens. And interestingly enough, in Plasma Master Don's channel, he says that the videos are by Don Owens, aka himself. And further researching the name Donzel Owens, I discovered an old personal YouTube channel belonging to Don that doesn't feature any content, but it shows his photo from all the way back in 2012. And within this channel, his name is listed as Donzel Owens Jr. So not only do they look the same, but they have the same name, and Don can easily be seen as a nickname for Donzel. It's strange, but again, maybe this could just be some crazy coincidence, so I kept looking. Now going off the sex offender registry, it lists Donzel's birthday as September 10th, 1947, meaning that he is currently 73 years old, which Don certainly looks. I mean, this is a man that clearly seems to be in his 70s. So the age does seem to line up, but he doesn't just look 73, he is 73. Shockingly, when looking under his About tab, Don actually gives his full date of birth, something I assume he does so that his fans will know and send him birthday wishes. And I honestly would have thought this was charming before, because it's such a grandpa move. But now I view it as incredibly dark, because his birthday is exactly the same as this registered sex offender's. So they look the same, they have the same name, and the same exact birthday. It's starting to get to the point where these coincidences are now piling up, and it doesn't get any better from here. When you're a registered sex offender, there are certain things about you that are disclosed to the public, something done in order to protect the community. And in Don's case, one of the things that they disclosed was his vehicle, where it's listed as being a 2005 white Buick Century. Now, this is kind of an odd thing to bring up during this topic, but it actually is vital to our investigation, because Don has actually shown his vehicle on several occasions throughout his channel. And you won't even believe this, but one of these videos is literally called My 2005 Buick Century. And in it, we see that his car is in fact white. It's the same exact model, same year, and same color as the sexual predator. So all in all, we have the same car, same name, same birthday, and identical looking. And that's not even all. This Donzel was charged in a very specific area of Ohio, which I'm not going to name because truly I do not want this man to be doxxed, and it's literally the last thing I want to come of this, so please do not do that. But within Don's channel, it's made abundantly clear that he lives in the same exact area as this Donzel, something made obvious by a literal tour of the town that this sex offender is said to live in, as well as him frequently visiting parks and festivals that are very close to this area. And I know this all sounds vague, but if you've seen my channel before, I hope you can just take my word for it. But this information is out there, and it's not hard to find, but I really just don't feel comfortable disclosing it. But this old singing man lives in the same area as the pedophile Donzel. So with all this, I think we're at a point where we can take this evidence and begin to assume the obvious here. That Plasma Master Don is in fact Donzel Owens, a sexual predator. There's just too much overwhelming evidence here to think otherwise. And I even went back to check and make sure the actual pages that show his registry were legit, and it turns out they are, as these sites can literally be reached through the FBI's actual website. And if you do an independent search on this site for Donzel, he really does come up. So where does that leave us? Well, with the likelihood that YouTube's most wholesome channel is actually being run by a sex offender. Plasma Master Don likely grabbed a young boy by his genitals. And the most concerning part to me is that this was a recent thing. I mean, he was just charged over a year ago. So he did this when he was already a beloved YouTuber. Which brings me to the whole point of this video. Here we have a channel with over 500,000 subscribers that is likely run by a predator. And with a channel this size, he could, at any point, use it to lure victims in. I mean, he's this wholesome grandpa, everybody loves him. And I'm sure he has tons of people who reach out to him every single day, many of whom are likely underaged, just given the demographics of YouTube. And this is especially concerning given the fact that on multiple instances, he is saying children's songs. And just to prove that he does in fact have young fans out there, here is an excerpt from a fan-run account dedicated to Don that is clearly run by a child.
If you guys have ever heard of Plasma Master Don, he is a really good YouTuber. Just please give him some love, because I really like his channel.
So to know that at any point in time he can be in contact with thousands of kids, all of whom look up to him, just rubs me the wrong way. Because what would a predator do with that type of power? This is something that always makes me nervous,
out,
especially given
man.
how common grooming is nowadays, and how easily people can be manipulated by those with fame. And now that we have a channel here run by a likely sex offender, it just makes me even more worried. And obviously there's no proof that this is actually going on here, but I think it's a valid concern, simply based off of the legitimate crime that this man seems to have committed. And just to clarify, I'm using words like likely and seems because I want to avoid legal issues here, but I feel like the evidence more than speaks for itself. Now, there are just a few other points that I want to add here about Don's channel, with one of which being the comments. Earlier, I had mentioned how there were no comments under his videos that spoke of his supposed arrest, something I found very bizarre. Well, it turns out that Don seems to have banned any comments that include buzzwords surrounding his case, and not just the more vulgar terms that YouTube normally holds for review, but it seems his channel removes any talk of this case at all, something he likely did within the settings of his channel, along with him most likely manually deleting some as well, which is clearly not something that an innocent man would typically do. And along with this, something else fairly strange happened recently within one of his videos, a video called The Past Recedes, John Frusante, cover by request. And in it, he begins the video saying that his health was hindering his singing ability, further adding that he was considering stopping the channel altogether. Now, obviously this is something that is quite sad as he is getting older, but interestingly enough, this video was posted just 4 days after the news broke about him being a supposed predator. This was the very next video he made after people started to catch on, and after that post was made to Morbid Reality. So the timing is clearly suspicious. And by the end of this investigation, I'm equally as disappointed as I am disturbed. This was the one channel that so many people clung onto, simply because of its innocence and its wholesomeness. I mean, I've never seen such a positive and highly praised channel in all my life. Yet in actuality, none of us knew that he's literally a registered sex offender, a predator, the most vile kind of person. And if anything, it confirms a long-running trend of my channel, that there is always more than what meets the eye, especially with what you see here on YouTube. And in this case, Plasma Master Don turned out to be the very opposite of what we all thought he was. I want to say thank you so much to my amazing gold.
All right. Okay. So, you see what date this came out?
December 12th, 2020.
Okay. Look up the Plasma Mastodon channel. This has been out for several months. He has lost 24K.
Hello, I'm
Now,
Plasma Master
again,
Dawn.
think about this. That's a big dent. Okay? A pretty big dent.
But there's still
But
another
grand scheme of things,
476k left.
well, that's what I was going to say. Grand scheme of things, what is the fraction of that to how many are still there? If you look at 500K is the entire pie. What fraction did he lose?
You can't ask me to
5%.
do math right now.
Yeah, but you got to wonder, is he
5%. So
gaining?
what? He lost 1 out of 20 viewers.
Oh.
Like, is he continuing to gain them back though, or have people caught on?
Well, he hasn't
It's hard to
uploaded
tell.
anything for 5 months. Five months. Did that video come out?
Tier patrons.
December 2020. So since this thing came out, he has not uploaded.
Yep. He was
But
done
his channel
uploading.
is still there.
Well, hold on. The Thanksgiving video, the last one that went up, that's a video that came out after the other one. Go to that one and see what the likes and dislikes are at. Just so that you can get a vibe for how many people are aware of this. How many people are on the channel, how many people are aware. And there you go. Remember the 100 and something thousand K he would get?
5.2k likes, 18k dislikes.
Totally different now.
Apparently the dude's dead.
Who said that?
Mighty Jacob.
He died 10 days after he got exposed.
No, 2 days after
Um,
this video.
No, somebody else put a comment a few down. It's even more disturbing when you realize that Don died 10 days after he got exposed. I mean, is that
I
real or is
guess.
he faking his death?
Well,
He was a
that's
Discord
what the other guy
moderator
was saying.
all along.
That's a joke. Discord moderators are often called pedos.
Oh. That's not funny, whatever your stupid name is.
It's a different word for pedo in this day and age.
But yeah, the guy's channel's still up, but it seems like that... I think we figured out why he's not uploading anymore.
Well, he had said he was done with the channel because his voice was going away, and then maybe he is dead.
I think the
could
rest of
buy it.
him went away too.
I could believe it.
To your patrons.
He looked like he was up there. He looked like he was pretty up there in age. See, something like that, it's being pushed by all these outlets, and all these people are talking about 500,000 subs. And then in the end, it only lost 25K. I get, he's dead. It's one possibility. But, dude, most of the people that had heard about it, they had no idea what had happened with it.
Well, it seems about 18k people went over to dislike his
18
last
to
video.
20, 18 to 25K people were around.
No,
this shit.
disliked his last video.
Well, I mean that left.
Well, yeah, it
That
seems
too.
like
I know the one you're talking
25K
about with the
left.
dislike in the video, and you look at the amount that have left, and it's rounding about a similar number, give or take 5,000 or so. So I said that's got to be a fucking shame. Like if you're like somebody who's watching this dude and you think you're watching some normal, just wholesome bullshit, some old man singing songs, old school YouTube, what it used to be. You think you're doing that, you're watching some nice thing. Yeah, that no. Everything must be ruined, torn and burned asunder. Here's the other thing. There's one more thing that happened over the course of the past few days, and that was the EDP catch being released finally. That was something. Is anybody here even slightly familiar? I don't know a fucking thing about the guy. I know about predator poaching. And
I don't really know him, but I've seen his reactions from stuff. Like that's about it. Like I've seen him posted on Twitter and stuff. That's about it. I don't know the guy at all though.
Yeah, I know nothing about this dude before Chosen mentioned it.
I've seen the people post a picture or like a video of him saying like do I look like I'm fucking kidding to you? And it's like, oh, that was funny. Like he seemed like a funny dude, I guess, but that's about all I knew about him. I didn't know he was like a predator. But I've only seen like one or two clips of the guy. I didn't know anything about him other than that he was just some dude. Some dude on the
YouTube is
internet.
such fail on this. God, YouTube's fail on this. One of the things that I didn't like is, of course, it's predator poachers catches him. So I'm like, okay, well, I know that this is immediately going to catch shit just because it's fucking predator poachers who caught him. But maybe one thing that'll help some people is it was also CC Unit, and he's kind of all right. CC Unit's okay. He's there too. It's not just Alex from Predator Poachers. It sucks, man. It sucks how that guy's presence ends up fucking with a lot of the catches that happen. Because people see him and are immediately fucked off. There are accusations with this guy from everything of using actual minors as his decoys to all kinds of shit. Like, it is a bad way to go. To figure out all this shit and do it wrong. Using the minors as decoys, saying the goofy shit during the catches, using the method of he hit up the EDP guy first.
What do you mean hit him up?
He messaged EDP first. That's one of the rules that people you never message them first. You know, you add them as a friend, and maybe they'll message you. But you never message them first. They always don't do that, just so it's, them coming at them.
Yeah, because
They
then it
can't say,
seems
"Oh,
like
well, they look."
entrapment.
Oh, it's brutal. I don't know. It's the worst case scenario for who could have caught the 2 million sub YouTuber kind of happened, as far as, that guy being the one to do it. But at least CC Unit's there, and I'm hoping more people will factor that in. It wasn't just Predator Poachers. CC Unit was there, and CC Unit has a totally different reputation. Okay, they're all right. There are some spots. There are some spots worth looking at here. We'll take a look at a few quote unquote highlights. All right, go to all right, put your cursor on the video bar. Just so that I've got this roundabout right. Should be around the 5-minute mark. Okay, yeah, that's when they run up on him. Okay, so the scenario was EDP wanted to talk to this girl because she said that she would give him a cupcake if he came over. So here he comes. They kill me with this shit.
Okay. Let's go have a seat. All right.
Damn, he wasn't that fat last time.
Yeah, that's cool. We can just sit right here on this curb right here. Okay, cool.
It looks like
What's up, man?
What's up?
No fist? Okay. No fist bump?
I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be
Okay.
honest.
So before we get into any of the messages right here, I have 84 messages. Okay. So we have you.
own thing.
That's that massive freak that chased around those poor kids, wasn't it?
You hate that guy. And
Everybody should hate that guy.
Like, he does pranks where he goes through drive-thrus throwing shit at people, and yeah.
Yeah, he's a douchebag that runs around because he's 6 foot.
Well, one of the things okay.
You know he is.
He obviously enjoys just harassing the shit out of people. However, if we can focus that energy away from random people in drive-thrus and focus it toward, I don't know, the scum of society, I don't necessarily have a big problem with it. Other than it makes problems with the case.
Yeah.
Also, you aren't showing.
This is the thing, though. I mean, you need to look at this shit objectively. So you need to remove him from the equation and his personality and him being a douchebag, which I'm able to do, but I can understand why people don't. Because he's made himself really unlikable, and in some of the things that he's done, slightly uncredible.
Slightly uncredible. In the court of law, I don't think he ruins whether or not the the shit that happened or not, but it makes it hard to work with in court.
Oh, if his job is legitimately to expose pedophiles, then he's doing a terrible job representing himself. He's obviously doing some of the work. I mean, I don't know. You said that there may be some sort of fucking messaging first stuff going on, so maybe he's fucking up a little bit there. But as far as how he represents himself, he's not doing himself any favors.
No.
Anyway.
Talking to Sophie, correct? Yes or no?
Right.
Okay. Sophie is how old? Before, and again, I have it right here. I know the answer, but I just need you to tell me the answer. How old is she?
13.
13, okay.
Right.
And before we get into the messages, there was sexual content involved, yes or no?
Right.
And you sent
Correct.
Okay, all right. So, again, so what brings you out here today?
Well, I was coming out here to...
Glasses off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home. There was, nothing that was going to be sexual involved because I'm not like that. Well, obviously the text messages and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was all that was going to happen.
Oh, okay. So you should title a video, instead of, your video, Almost Threw Hands with a 13-year-old, you should title your video, Almost Had Sex with a 13-year-old. I think that'll get a lot of hits, EDP.
I think so.
Yeah. So this is you texting all this, correct? This is your Instagram, yes or no?
Right.
Okay. All right. So again, what made you start this conversation with this said 13-year-old? You said what you're doing right here, correct? Yes or no?
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, she messaged me, right? And she messaged me, and I'm not going to lie to you, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes, person feels lonely and stuff, and they want the interaction.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what had happened.
Okay, so this isn't what happened because she never said she was lonely right here, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, and you did double text here, yes or no?
Correct.
Knowing, and it said on her profile 13, yes?
Correct.
Okay, so you initiated conversation with a 13-year-old knowing she was 13, yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, so is that a good look for you?
No, it's not.
Okay, so you've been exposed for this before.
Correct.
And you called them in thoughts, these other girls, and you know what? I've been following for a long time, and you know what? I said, you know what? He probably made a mistake, and there are some attention-seeking ones, but this is damning.
Right.
I had to make sure myself.
Right.
Do you recognize me?
No.
Okay. I had to make sure myself. That all these rumors were true. It sucks, man. I watched you in high school. Me and my friend Keyshawn thought you were hilarious, man. It's sad.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
But anyway,
that's not real.
Then you said
See, again, he makes these goofy jokes.
Question.
Not gonna help. Not gonna help. Okay.
Not really helping him. But then again, he's having a really hard time fucking this up, because this dude's just like straight up admitting to fucking everything. Except what he was going to do. Everything that he's done.
No,
he's like
he'll
straight
end
up.
up
Yeah, I
admitting
did
everything. Yeah, he ends up doing that. Don't worry. It's brutal. Yeah, and all Centrist caught that he did the "Do you know who I am" thing. It's fucking brutal. It's fucking brutal. It's as you can see, he said I was coming over for a cupcake. Yeah, I talked before. Yeah, I got caught before. This is like the third time I've gone back. Like, fuck, man. But even with him admitting all this shit, what they've caught him with is none of that. And he can say all that stuff before was a mistake, which, by the way, he does. And then what they have here, even if he doesn't face any charge, he admits to doing all this shit. But some of that could come into jeopardy because of where the information comes from. I see that as a flaw in the justice system to a degree, but at the same time, fuck, if you know how it is, then just do it right.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, they may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know.
They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I don't know. They may have fucked up any potential legal case, but I think these channels, and this guy in particular, he's more about making a civil case or a social argument or going against somebody's personality. Like right now, he's going against this guy's channel, as opposed to going up trying to get this guy arrested. See, in the court of public opinions, this guy is guilty. In a court of law, not so much. They have different standards of proof. Burdens of proof.
How long will this interview be?
You don't get to determine that.
Okay.
Well, like, what I don't understand, why are you attracted to like 13-year-olds? Like, why are you attracted to underage? Because you clearly said in one of the screenshots that you've always wanted to be with someone younger. Like, you like fantasize about being with someone younger,
Right.
and you're scared of being a sting operation or cops.
Right.
Like, what goes through your head? What makes this okay for you? Because this is disgusting. It's real, man.
What goes on is loneliness, dude. I'll be completely honest with you, man. I'm not gonna you. I'm not gonna shoot, you know.
Like, let me cut you off right there, okay? When you say loneliness, like, we've heard that millions of times, right?
Right.
Trust me, this is not our first time doing this. We've confronted hundreds of people,
Right.
and every single time some of them do say they're lonely, and sometimes we do understand that they're lonely because maybe they're not as popular or they're not as outgoing, but you have millions of followers.
Right.
Like, how are you lonely? You have like
Right.
millions of followers. I bet you there's chicks in your DMs trying to hit you up.
Absolutely.
And you're here for a 13-year-old.
And I recall,
Like-
you know, I followed you for a while. I recall a few years ago, you did brag about having a girlfriend. You bragged about, you also in a live stream bragged about this little affair that you had with a teacher. So you probably have, like, you have a ton of females in your DMs interested in you because, you know, people like you for your personality and whatnot. And, you know, and then when you say specifically, I've always fantasized about someone younger with a big age gap. You did say that, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
That you fantasize about someone younger.
Correct.
What is that fantasy? Because it's not just loneliness.
You know what it is, man.
We honestly, we really don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because we're not like that. We're not like that.
Yeah.
We're not attracted to minors.
Bro, come on, man. You know exactly what it is, dude. Okay?
No,
Are you a
we're
pedophile?
attracted
No, I'm not.
to we're attracted to female our own age, dude.
Let this
is
be
sick.
known. Let this be known. I am not a.
So what are you then? If you're here to meet up with a 13-year-old girl after sending your dick to her, then what do you call it then?
I am a guy that is. What am I?
What was that?
He said that he is a guy that is, and it's like a guy that is what? Let it finish.
If it takes you this long to answer what you are, you're pretty sure that you're some type of creep.
Listen, man, I'm gonna be real with you, okay?
Okay, I want you to be real with
Yeah,
me. This
absolutely.
is
That's what we're here
cool.
for.
I'm gonna be real with you, okay?
Yep.
My mom, may she rest in peace. You guys know that, right? You guys seen the videos,
Yeah,
all that bullshit. My mom did not raise a fucking okay? She did not raise a creep
Very
or
weird, but you
where
put it on
I
his
know
wall now.
what the screenshots say, okay? I'm aware of that. I'm looking right at them, okay? My mom did not raise, and as a matter of fact, if she was here with,
What are you saying? I didn't raise you.
Your mom has nothing to do with
Right.
this.
Yeah. Don't bring
Don't bring your
her
family
into
into
it.
this.
That's weird.
We're not here for your family. We're here for you.
Yeah.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't drag your family into this. This is all about you.
Right.
Understood.
This is your action.
Yeah. This is your 600-pound life, not anybody else's.
This is not
Understood?
cool.
So
One
My
other-
600-pound life.
One other thing, let me tell you something, okay?
What's up, real quick?
What does EDP mean?
yeah, it looks like you've
So
eaten
you-
looks like you've eaten everything in the world but the pussy. You know. Okay. You know what? We're gonna talk to you. And
We're trying to talk.
Okay,
Okay,
now
guys,
pause.
hold on.
That was interesting to me. Now, if you've seen anything about this guy, and you know all about old predator poachers, man, here he is very he just likes to fucking go in on them the whole time, and it always fucks out. everything that they do. It presents problems. One thing, though, is that he needs this to be a big deal, and he needs it to last more than 10 minutes because he live streams all of these, collects super chats, and he's active in his live stream chat telling people, hey, support us and send some super chats, guys. Come on. Join our website, send money. Like, he needs this to be a big thing. It turned out that he had lost his channel for the other Predator Poachers thing like a week or two ago. And this is a new, he moved it over to another thing. Okay. Cool. That's great. All that's fine. All right. But it becomes apparent right about here that he's like, no, I need this to go for a while. Like, there's a reason that he didn't show up and immediately try to get the video of him getting arrested. Like, he wanted to get there. He wanted to roast him. He wanted to make the video as long as possible so that he could premiere it and he can get what he wanted to get out of it. And that's fine.
He's also
but that is what it is.
He's also testing the waters, though. I mean, I've seen the way he went at those disabled people, and he's being super calm and respectful compared to that.
Well, yeah,
So,
when he knows he can get away with it is one thing. When it's a situation like this where it's a big YouTuber and he's wanting to get what he's wanting to get out of it, he's like, nope, I'll stop. Don't worry about it. I'll stop. We need this on camera. Thanks. I find that interesting.
Yeah, I swear
when
to
he
God,
realizes he may
came
not get
close
the
to calling
footage.
him sir.
Yeah. When he thinks that he may not get any footage to put up on his channel, that's when he's like, okay, I'll stop. Don't worry about it. I'll quit. And that's what happens. It's like, dude, I don't know. Just makes it clear that it's about the footage. Blah, 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 blah. You can go like 5 or 10 minutes ahead, I guess. Because they end up walking down to this other thing. And yeah. Wait for him to get, like right there. Go ahead. Play there.
When they see people with check marks and stuff, oh shit, this and that, you know what I mean? Like you're famous, you're hot, all that. Okay? That's what they do. Now, as far as the whole fantasy goes, you know what I mean? Let's be real, okay? You know what I mean?
Like, that's the part where I'm not picking up on. I genuinely don't know what you mean.
Sexual fantasies, that's what I mean.
Okay, so sexual, and I'm not calling you the P word, if you know what if you know what I mean. I'm not calling you the P word, but do you fantasize about females under the age of 16, yes or no? Sometimes.
Yes.
Okay. Obviously you fantasize about a 13-year-old, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
Okay. So, if it's a 13-year-old, so when was the first time you fantasized about like an 11-year-old?
Never.
Yeah, let's move aside because
the
car's
here.
Oh, I know.
You mind?
Yeah,
well, you can have a seat whenever you want.
Yeah, you can have a seat if you want.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter to us.
It's cool, I'll stand.
Okay. So
they won't let anybody sit down.
So 13-year-old. So again, when was the first time you fantasized about a 12-year-old?
Never.
Okay, so 13 is the youngest.
Right.
Okay, so why 13 but not 12?
I don't know.
Okay.
And that's the truth.
Okay.
Not lying to you.
Like, so if Sophie was 12, what would have been your response?
Probably would have went to the bathroom and threw up.
Okay, so what? Okay, so for me, like,
you don't have to believe me, bro. You can sit back and
right. So for me,
You just lied a couple minutes ago. You said it was your first time, then you said it wasn't your first time, then you said it was your first time.
Right.
Like,
second time.
Okay. I know, but you said earlier it was your first time.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll get to that. So you said, so 13 is the fantasy. Like for me, okay, 18, I think there's hot 18-year-olds. I wouldn't do anything with a 17-year-old,
right.
But there's hot 17-year-olds. Right. But I don't go, yeah, when I see a 17-year-old, I'm just like, I can't do it. Like, it's just not right. But, so what about a 12-year-old makes you go, yeah, but a 13-year-old you're suddenly fantasizing about? Like,
don't know, man. I just want you to say, bro.
I just want you to be honest, man.
I am being honest. I don't fucking know.
So what about the 13-year-old turns you on, though? Like,
don't know, man.
Do you think, does at least some of it have to do with being younger, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do have this attraction to younger that you admit's not normal, correct? Yes or no?
It's not normal.
Okay. When do you think this started happening?
This started happening when a lot of when girls would hit me up, or I can make it on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So I would say probably about maybe about 7-8 months ago.
Okay, 7-8 months ago. So, so when did you So
that can't be accurate. He was accused of this before 7 or 8 months ago.
Yeah, he's pulling that out of his.
Mama didn't raise no pedophile, but you know, them 13-year-olds.
Very random thing to say when like everyone's aware that you were accused of this before and you just told him you're accused of this before, and I don't know, just he's fucking weird. He's answering it like an interview. He's trying to play it off. It's fucking the Predator Poacher guy is just trying to make sure he can keep him on camera. The CC unit guy, he's asking him questions that are halfway decent. Credit needs to be given where credit's due.
Well, I'm assuming none of them thought they were going to show up and have this guy just readily fucking admit to everything. They probably thought they would have some kind of a back and forth for a while of him denying and, you know,
maybe
all of that.
He's being
and
extremely candid.
yeah. So it got straight to the point far faster than I'm sure they thought it would.
Some shit.
That's crazy that he's just so open about it right off the bat. I don't know what to think about that.
I guess he like got there and he's just, he resigned to it.
Yeah.
He feels he's caught, so he's just like, okay, well, here it all is, and he gives it to him. Go ahead a little more at this part. I was gonna say you play a little more at that part.
what was it that made you realize? Like, for example, this is a bad analogy, but I didn't like avocados when I was young, but now I like avocados. So what made you just go, I actually like 13-year-olds?
What made me, when all that came into play, you know what I mean? Like I mentioned before, the entire loneliness and the actual, like, oh, this girl might actually be into me and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Well, right, but the thing is, if it was a 12-year-old into you, you would have brushed that to the side.
Of course.
So, like, if there's a hot 19-year-old into me, I'm like, oh, awesome. But if there's like I shouldn't say there's such thing as a hot 12-year-old, but if there's a 12-year-old into me, a 13-year-old into me, I'd be like, disgusting. I would never. So what makes it okay to you for you to come here?
It doesn't make it okay. I'm just being honest with you. It doesn't make it okay. I was in the wrong, and I'm a piece.
Right, but what makes you interested, though? Because you have girls hitting you up, so it's not the loneliness. So what about 13-year-olds makes you interested?
Can't even answer.
Okay, so obviously you like big and a fat ass, right?
Of course.
Okay, I do too. So,
I mean, that guy doesn't. I mean, that's what
right, exactly. So, is 13-year-olds aren't developed, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
So, is part of it that they're underdeveloped? Is that a turn on to you when you're thinking about that stuff?
No.
Really?
No, I didn't turn on at all.
So, what made you send her a video of you, doing it?
Don't know, man.
Okay.
Well, that's a crime, by the way.
I know. I'm really.
Let me tell you what the crime is. It's called sending harmful matter to a minor. I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I'm just letting you know because we've done this so many times. Sending harmful matter to a minor. You sent a graphic picture of your body right here in one of these screenshots. Did you not? Yeah.
I did.
You did?
I mean, you got the screenshots, of course I did.
But like, why would you send it to a 13-year-old? Like, and that proves that you were turned on by it. Oh, right. That proved that you were turned on by because you sent a graphic photo.
Because you were hard when you were doing. Obviously, yes or no. So
you can't judge who you saw.
Right, exactly.
So what were you gonna do when you?
What? No.
Oh, sorry.
But someone in the chat said that if they were him, they would have gotten on their mobility scooter and scooted in the van as fast as possible. And he's perplexed as to what his capacity was for not fleeing. How fast was he going to flee?
Not a matter about how fast you can flee. You could have always shut that mouth. I can't force you to talk to them.
There's that, but at the same time, like, I got no sympathy for the fucking guy. But like, even if he was thinking of fleeing, like, really, how fast was he gonna get away?
I got no sympathy for the guy either. Fucking, and dances are fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
he's just a fucking idiot.
12-year-old I'd throw up, but 13-year-old, yeah, dick's hard. Bullshit.
That's what he's got. That's what he brought to the table.
Assuming, like, does he just think once they reach teen years that somehow sounds better or seems better?
I guess so.
Like, oh, they're not just a kid anymore, they're a teenager.
That's the only thing I can think of as to why he's making that that distinction.
He himself said, I don't get it, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but he says I don't know to a lot of things where I think he knows, and he's just he's holding some things back.
Maybe not very well.
Well, yeah, what they've got on him in screenshots is bad enough. If he admitted that, oh yeah, I would totally talk to an 11 or 12-year-old. If they don't have proof that he did it.
Yeah, he's done. Like, he had sent them all this shit, so he's looking at it. He's done. It's over. Like, he doesn't realize how much these guys. I say these guys who mostly Alex shit fuck it up. And it's a shame because it's not that he's innocent by any stretch. It's just that this is done wrong. And yeah. Whatever, go ahead, play a little more.
Came here to this little girl's apartment and she's home alone. What were you gonna do?
Honestly, this is real shit. You guys can't believe this if you guys want to or not. She said that she was going to bake me a cupcake. I was going to take the cupcake and go home. That's the truth.
So you came here, you drove like 30-40 minutes, right?
No.
20 minutes?
20 minutes.
20 minutes, you came 20 minutes to this girl's house when she's home alone to pick up cupcake and go back home?
Yep.
That's what you wanted to believe?
I don't give a what you guys believe, it's the truth.
See, that's some bullshit right there. This is that bullshit I was telling you about. He's admitting to what they got him on, but nothing further.
Right.
Well, there's your other big problem. They invited him over for a cupcake, not sex.
Yeah.
So you have another major problem. Even though you have him at the meeting site, you have him at the meeting site anticipating a cupcake.
I mean, we all know that he wasn't going there for the cupcake, but you can say that you were going there for the cupcake. Whereas if she'd said come over for sex and he turned up, then there's no doubt that he was there for that.
Yeah.
Really dumb. Really, really fucking dumb. Now remember, they messaged him first. They pulled the trigger when they invited him for a cupcake. They didn't invite him for sex. They invited him for a cupcake. And that's when they pulled the trigger on all this.
So they've got him sending lewd photos and videos to a quote minor, but not actually showing up to do the deed.
I don't even know how that works. I mean, like, I know when the police pretend to be a minor, it counts. But I don't know if a citizen pretends to be a minor that it counts.
Right. I don't know.
It can count. There are ways to do it correctly.
That's what I was just saying. I don't know.
There are ways to fudge the system completely and fuck it all up. Yeah. That's the thing. It's Carl and Chaos said his excuses remind me of creeps who are on To Catch a Predator. Vile human being, there is no curing. Well, consequences are about all you can get out of something like this. I don't much see a cure in things like, murderers, fucking rapists. I don't see cures for those things. You just give them consequences and make them worth a damn. Give people consequences to where it's fucking worth giving them consequences. That's a I don't know, bigger issue. Way bigger issue. Yeah, play a little more.
I know I'm telling the truth.
Okay, well, we haven't even gone into the messages yet, so these are going to be pretty damning. So before we get into the messages, the last thing that he was asking, go ahead about the second time.
Yeah, the second time. You've done this before.
First time, yeah.
Well, I mean, you've done this before. And you've never been, well, you've been caught, but you've been caught, right?
Right.
Why did, all right, so what I don't understand is you've been caught before, but you continue doing it.
Right.
That means you didn't learn your lesson.
Right.
So how do you, like, what makes us think that you're not going to do this again?
This right here.
This right here?
Right here.
So when you go back to your car and you go home, you're going to just hop back on and keep doing this? Because are you talking to other minors on your phone?
No, sir.
No, not just the only minor ever right now on your phone?
Only one.
Only one.
Only one.
You sure about that?
Positive.
Okay. But this isn't the first minor you've talked to before, correct?
Right.
And there was more than one minor because last summer I've had all these females reach out to me about you, and you know, at first I was like, okay, attention. Honestly, I was. But then I see more and more and more, and I see you saying if anybody finds out about this, you're going to be in big trouble. Like you're trying to intimidate them. That's what you did today. You said it's not going to end well. So again, what's a ballpark number of how many minors you've talked to? Like, you know, obviously it's been 5. So after 5, what would you say the number is?
6.
6?
Sure.
6 minors.
6.
Name them.
Let me see. Of course, there's Sophie. There's let me see. There was. I made a cameo for that one girl. Not sure what her name is.
What is the point of that
I believe her name was. What was her name?
Did you talk sexually to her?
No, I didn't. Well, hold on. Let me take that back. Okay. I was making a cameo, right?
Okay.
And this is actually on video, so you guys can go back and look at this shit.
Okay.
So this guy sends me a DM, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's all like, "Hey, man, yo, real shit, man." I'm like, "All right, you know, show me some ass, something like that, okay?" But okay, at the time, I did not know how old she was, and that's the truth, bro.
Her name was Lucy, right?
Was it? I'm not sure.
I believe so. I remember it because I have that screenshot somewhere on my.
Okay, I did not know how old she was, dude.
When did you find out her age?
I found out her age after the guy told me. He's all like, "Oh, hey, bro, man, my girlfriend's like 14 or 15." I'm like, "Yo, what the f, dude?" Like, real talk, man.
Obviously, you didn't go what the F because you're talking to a 13-year-old.
Right.
I believe you did know her age before, yes or no?
Wrong.
Okay.
How old was that girl again? How old was the girl?
See, catching him like that, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right now.
What about the cameo?
I believe. Oh, you in the cameo one?
Yeah, that was a little decent maneuver there. You know.
Well, exactly. Well played, done well. You got your shit in. You didn't fuck anything up. Didn't jeopardize anything with that. A good jab, a good move.
You had a good take. A good take.
A good take.
The one where you talked about
the boyfriend hit you up for the cameo.
Send you private pictures.
Probably 14, maybe 15. I'm not sure. But
So
that
that's
was
number 2.
right. That was after the fact. That was after the fact. I found out how old she was.
Okay.
So once I found that shit out, I'm like,
That's still a crime.
So, like, how, like, if you say what the F about the 14 and 15, why didn't you say what the F about the 13? Like, if the 14 and 15 is bad, what makes the 13 okay?
It doesn't make it okay.
But you didn't say what the F.
Yeah, why not what the F to that? It's just not consistent with your values.
It's not like consistent.
It's not, bro.
That's why you're like. That's why we're trying to figure this.
Yeah, and here in these, before we get into them, you do explain why you find her attractive. But I was just trying to hear it from you first.
Right.
But what was I going to say? So girl number 3, girl number 4, girl number 5, girl number 6. Did you do anything with them in person, or was it just asking for nudes?
Nothing personal.
Nothing personal?
Nothing personal.
Really?
Truthfully.
Okay.
I mean, I'm guessing these girls don't. Well, the girls that you were talking about, right? 4, 5, 6. I mean, they're real here. They don't live in. I'm guessing they don't live in California.
Okay.
I'm not going to fly.
So you did DM one of them, and no, you didn't get sexual. Okay. You did ask to be her girlfriend, and she was underage. Yes or no?
When?
Oh, I'm sorry. You to be her boyfriend.
When was that?
This was last July.
Okay, I'm guessing so. Yeah.
Okay. So, wouldn't you consider a boyfriend and girlfriend sexual?
As soon as he named something, like he knew, but he was testing him to see what he knew. And as soon as he said last July, he's like, yeah, he knows. Admit.
Mm-hmm.
In nature?
Right.
Okay, so though you didn't straight up say, I want to do stuff with you, you did show interest in being an underage girl, not hers or not the second one, but a third one. You did show interest in being her boyfriend, yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, so say she says yes, say she goes along. Down the line, could it have led to something sexual, yes or no?
No, because I wouldn't have flown to her.
Okay, but you would have been dating someone underage, yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, also, a horrible look.
Right.
And on top of that, do you admit it could have led to nudes, yes or no? Right. Boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay,
correct.
So
isn't that sexual?
He's reeled it in.
I mean,
it could have led to something, yes or no?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
So you put yourself in all these situations where you're in a bad position with these underage kids, and it's consistent. It's not a one-time mistake like I thought it was last summer. I give you the benefit of the doubt because I was a big fan of you, man.
I appreciate it, man.
I really did.
Same here, man.
I give you the benefit of the doubt, and I just see it over and over again. Dude, it's heartbreaking, bro.
Right.
It's heartbreaking, man.
I understand.
But, so this is what you want to do with a 13-year-old, and, you know, the only thing deterring you, based on these messages, it wasn't the fact she was young, it was jail time that was deterring you, yes or no? Okay, so, say there's no law, say we live in an anarchy, you would have followed through with this, yes or no, had you been able to, correct?
Right.
Okay, so before you give the like, I didn't want to do anything, you did want to do something. The intent was there. The only deterrence is jail. Like for me,
Well, the intent is right when you showed up here. That's intent.
Right.
When you showed up, like, doesn't get any.
Right. Like if the cops saw these messages and saw you here, would they have arrested you? Yes or no?
Correct.
Okay. So look, see.
Do you think you deserve to go to jail? Because you admitted this is not your first time. This is up to like 6th time.
Right.
This is your 5th or 6th time.
Do I deserve to go to jail? If I'm being honest with you.
You don't think so?
I think so.
You think so?
Okay.
So. Do you want to go?
No.
Well, that's the best way. So, you know, because, you know, once you go to jail, you get help in the jail.
Right.
They put you through treatment. They put you through therapy to get put your brain in the right screws. Because right now you're not thinking straight.
Right. And why is jail your deterrent, but not her being underage? Like, see, if it was legal to do stuff, I have no interest in doing it.
Well, it's immoral.
Yeah, it's immoral.
Right.
If murder was legal, I would still be one of his closest friends right here, bro. So there's, like, I don't need the law to tell me right from wrong. The law is for criminals to follow, not for me to follow. I don't need to follow the law because I'm.
That's not necessarily true.
This is also a weird and dumb tirade to even go on. This is fucking useless. But
Yes.
again, it's not as bad as the dumb shit that he could do way worse shit than this. I think it's a dumb tirade, but there are worse things than his dumb tirade. All right, it's fine.
Yeah.
I say tirade. I don't know. It's a goofy lecture. Like he's trying to
The
get
tangent he's going
philosophical
on
about it.
The tangent he's going on is
Weird philosophical tangent.
He's trying to preach.
He's trying to talk about how he knows right from wrong. I can show you another video on his channel where he's pulling pranks on drive-through workers. All right, he's a dipshit, but it's not that he could be fucking this up way more than this. That's my point that I'm trying to get at. It's not whether or not he's
you're
right
trying
or
to tell me
wrong
to
or
cut
if he
him some
applies it to
slack.
him. This is not that bad.
I know it's not the worst thing he could have done. That just annoyed me.
Wait until the end of the video. For
That just annoyed me. Because
I get it. That was annoying.
There
was
are
a
plenty
dumb
of things
tangent.
I would do if it was legal. You know, if it if it wasn't illegal.
Oh yeah.
You know, having the law there and consequences for that's a perfectly fine thing to do. And, you know, not wanting to go to jail, that's a perfectly fine reason to not commit crimes. However, in this particular circumstance, the problem with the particular crime, pedophilia, the problem lies in the attraction.
I guess.
Like, yeah, sometimes like some guy might cut in front of you and you'll feel like killing him, but you won't because it's illegal. And that's how
That's good.
that's what that's there for.
That's for the best, yeah. So that your immediate thing when, you know, somebody pisses you off isn't to immediately jump and kill them.
Yeah.
No, the secret was that I can't wait to be able to kiss you or give you a quick nibble.
Right.
So you did want to kiss her then, yes or no?
Correct.
Okay.
You ever had therapy before? Or like counseling?
No.
Never, ever in life? You should go get some. Like you make good money, huh?
Not for these guys.
I do. Yeah. So why don't you use that money towards helping yourself in a good way?
I won't. Seriously, I won't.
Like, honestly, man, like
questions like that.
This is not good.
Yeah.
I understand.
This is not this is the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like
whether or not he's
I
trying to get help for it. That matters. That's why, like, CC Unit is doing good shit here. All right, he does good work.
He's doing his best, despite who he's standing next to.
Yeah, those questions matter in the grand scheme when they're building these cases. You know, so if they can't come in there and say, "I've been trying to get help for it for years and years," you know, come up with. It's easy. Like, he's doing the right thing, asking the right question. Fucking predator poacher, he's there. It's fine.
He's doing his best to not fuck it up, and every now and again, he has a good take. Despite himself.
That.
I can have like sympathy for like thieves or robbers or other types of criminals because we don't know their situation, but this is no excuse. There's no excuse for this.
Right. Like, and on top of that, you're obviously not in good shape, but you're rich in the fact you have 2.2 million followers, 600,000 Facebook, Instagram followers. So there is one person out of 3 million combined that likes you that's over 18. And honestly, your options are not that much, honestly, with your life choices and what you consumed, honestly. But there is somebody out there for you, and you know that. And you've had that person, you've had a girlfriend. So loneliness is BS. You clearly have subtraction to younger people.
It's young. Yeah, that's true. There's no loneliness
just
here.
Tried
it's just
very elaborately to have a nicely worded fast joke.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
So
I don't know how anybody can get attracted to
that.
that.
Was fun.
Well, that's why we're here, to ask you what goes through your mind, because we don't really understand it.
Right. And so far, you've admitted to wanting to do stuff with a 13-year-old. You've admitted to all. Like, if we send this to cops, you're done. You know that, right?
What you guys?
That's for us to determine.
It's
like,
not like
I'm hoping to pray to God you guys won't.
Why shouldn't we? Because you said you deserve jail, so
yeah, you said it yourself.
What made you change your mind 5 minutes later?
I just hope you guys don't.
But like, this is a danger. You're like a danger to kids.
Yeah, you really are.
You're like a danger. You know. All right, let me tell you something. Do you know how many times people, like our supporters, have messaged us and said, "Please look into this guy EDP." You know how many times we've gotten this message before? Like hundreds of messages of people telling us, "Hey, please look into this guy EDP. This guy's a creep. He's had encounters with other minors in the past. Please look into him." And guess what? You're out here today, and you proved everybody's point.
Right.
That they're not they're not wrong. You're the person who's wrong.
You can go on your live stream and say to your 15-year-old dick riders, literally or figuratively.
Oh yeah, that's another good point. What's your audience age range? It's a lot of kids.
It's a lot. Man.
High school.
It's a lot of kids.
Same here, man.
And that's dangerous.
Right. Dude, people think you're hilarious. I thought you were, dude, me and my friend Keyshawn made so many jokes about you in high school in a good way. This is a bummer. And you have a great life, man. You could sit in front of your computer. You can be yourself for 2 hours and be well off for yourself. Right. And he has a blessed life.
You have a blessed life. People go out and work. People work 9 to 5, man. 9 to 5, and you're here. All you gotta do is entertain people on your phone and stuff.
Right.
And all your audience is like kids.
Right.
That's the dangerous part.
Yeah.
Dangerous as fuck.
It is. And
you see, you can't control yourself with that.
And see, the thing is, you get closer. And the thing is, you like you can brush off some messages like, oh, show me your beep, whatever, because, you know, obviously that could be taken as a joke. I don't think it was, but it can be taken as a joke. But see, now that you're here meeting who you think is a 13-year-old, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
Now here's your, like, this, all doubt is squashed. Say the doubt's right there, you just sat on it and just squashed it. Right. That's what happened today. Okay. And then you said you mean like or something, and you said we can, but that's something that shouldn't be forced. So you were interested in having sex with a 13-year-old, yes or no?
Correct.
Okay. So shouldn't be forced. What's the age of consent in California? 18. Okay. What's the lowest age of consent in America?
No clue. Is it 18?
16.
16. Okay.
Okay. So 13 is not anywhere near 16. Right. That's over 1,000 days away from 16. Cool. So can a 13-year-old consent?
No.
Legally?
No.
You send any toys to her? You send any pictures of your toys? Mm-hmm. Like, that's another graphic. You know, like, just like when you sent the graphic photo of your private part, this is another graphic photo. That's 2 counts of sending harmful matter to a minor. 2 counts. You understand that, right? You get charged for every single photo you send.
I'm aware of that.
Okay.
Right.
So, and another thing I wanted to ask.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
Is my life over?
That's up to you.
It's up to you to determine.
Honestly, this is up to you. We're like, really, this is up to you.
Yeah.
It depends on how you react into the situation, because you can easily go hide under a hole and try to go under a bunker and try to hide and forget about this, right? Or you can take approach where you can go get help.
Like, you literally and figuratively cannot run away from your problems. So
like, this is not. And also another thing, question: why were you you were threatening this girl? You were telling her, "Oh, it's gonna be ugly. It's not gonna be pretty if I come here and it's a sting operation." Why did you say it's not gonna be pretty? What do you mean by that? Because that's a threat. That's a threat of violence.
That's a threat.
That is a threat.
Obviously, it's a threat.
You said it's not going to be pretty if I show up there and there's a police sting operation.
Right.
So why are you trying to scare a 13-year-old girl?
Because I need help.
But why? I don't get that. Why are you trying to intimidate her out of everybody's life?
Why? What? Recording your phone, because.
Like,
what's
why?
happening?
It was doing a little flash.
So you're just gonna scare the living daylife out of her?
Just now.
No.
Record on both.
Listen, man. I'm gonna be real with you guys, okay? Obviously, man, you got the screenshots right there, right?
Yep.
Obviously, you got the screenshots right there. Obviously, you got the video, right?
Uh-huh.
What I did was wrong.
Right.
No we know that, okay? What I'm going to do, right, is go get fucking help, because obviously I need it.
So if we went to cops right now, would you still get help? You gotta get closer with the phone, man.
You said what now?
If we went to the cops, would you still go get help? Or is that like your little deal to us? If you don't call the cops, I'll get help. Because what's on the outside shouldn't matter. It's what's on the inside that counts, obviously in your case too. So like, why would you get help regardless if we got the cops or not?
Yes.
Okay. And right here you say, I lose my YouTube channel, but I go to jail, my reputation is ruined, my life would be completely in shambles, and you still came because you were that hungry for a cupcake and a 13-year-old. Should we just call you the horny hippo or what?
Yeah, you guys can call me whatever the f***
you deserve it, right?
Exactly.
Okay. All right, cool. And you blocked her how many times? Lots of times.
Probably like 6, 7 times.
You blocked, but you came back every single time, right? Why did you block and unblock? And we've seen this before, and we know why you do it. We just want to know if you're gonna tell us the truth.
Well, to engage with her.
Is it because you want to clear the chats?
No.
No?
No.
So what's the point of blocking and then unblocking?
The point of blocking and then unblocking is to talk to somebody, you know what I mean, and
Okay, pause again, because that's another weird thing that happened. He would block and unblock the girl. So he would think it's like a younger, so like maybe he was trying to do the thing where he was able to
delete history.
not just delete the history, but maybe like trying to dangle her with that you want to have your attachment to me as this big YouTuber thing. You know, like dangle that interaction over her head and make her
If you
think she
don't do what
lost
I
it.
want,
She
I'm
got
gonna be
lost.
gone.
Yeah.
Apparently, Fat Joke 7.
Fat Joke 7. He made
Oh
7.
yeah, he's
I don't
full
know.
of them.
Well, we've skipped through a lot, so we probably missed some. But yeah, that might be number 7. Either way,
Chosen
I
says
get it.
they haven't called them police.
They all right. Here is the issue. I guess we may as well scoot toward here because here is where some problems come. Go to like the last 5-10 minutes. Dude admits everything. They got him, and they drag it out as long as they can because I mean, come on, the fucking YouTube video that they're gonna premiere. They want it to go for a while.
Across from the wall. Jack in the Box on the right end.
He's calling a friend. He's calling a friend right now.
Yeah, he's at the apartment.
He's calling a friend right now. Philip,
just please come.
And they are calling the cops.
It's in Bakersfield.
Guy says he's calling the cops.
Right by the jacket.
What was that?
The predator poacher guy, he has the phone to his ear. He says he is calling the cops. But watch how this plays out. Look at how long we have here on the bar. Just let this part play out.
Right.
Okay, please come quick. He's calling. It looks like he's calling some backup. Okay, all right.
You see, this is what I'm saying. You have no sympathy.
Hello?
You have no sympathy.
Hi. Apartments in Bakersfield, California. There's somebody here that wanted to. 13-year-old girl. We have him admitting to everything. Say again? What? Oh, it's. He's just like in front of the apartment. We're just like talking to him. Yeah, just please send somebody over here. I should rather explain. He's a heavy-set black man. He's 30. I know his name. We have everything on him. His name is Brian. Brian. His name is Brian. Just please send somebody over here, like ASAP. Bryant, like Kobe Bryant. Bryant. Yes.
I mean, they're calling the police.
Can we tell him to hurry up?
He can't. Just please send somebody over here. He came to a 13-year-old, and he has multiple. Because he admitted everything to us. We have all these messages saved with him. He's asked for lewd material. It's a sting operation. We have an organization that does this. But can you just please just send somebody over here? It's ALEXROS.
He's gonna go home. He just said he's gonna go home. So
832.
Hey, watch out! He's going in his car.
Yeah.
What's your phone number after 832? All right. Well, he's heading home now, so you know.
Hey, Cece.
You're gonna get help, right?
Hey, Cece unit.
Yes. You know
hey, bro.
What? Just send the cop
no,
over
back
here.
up.
Send the cop over
help,
here.
Right?
No, we don't. Just send somebody. Well, he's driving off. No weapons. No, nothing. Just. Well, he's driving off now. He drives a. But we have everything off him. We want to turn over. We want to turn this over.
Just run down there.
We do, but you're not ever allowed to use it.
Wait, what do you...
It's rare to see a successful citizen arrest.
What, you think they should have?
I think that all of these pedo hunters should be able to citizen arrest, turn in the evidence, and something happened. But that's not the Just saying. Go ahead.
What? I don't know, but we.
So why are they taking so?
Man. Yes, we're gonna be at the apartment. Is he coming?
I don't see him.
He was just sitting. Is that his car right there?
Is it? No. Here, let's go to your car.
No. He's gonna see my car.
At the time the cops are even heading to the area.
You can stop filming, dude. What's up, guys? Hope you all enjoyed the video.
Yeah, that's it. It's over. They didn't give the guy their name. They didn't get the lie. They didn't get any of that. They told the cop to come over to that part of the street, and then that guy left, and then they left. So, okay. Do you see why, even if he fucked it up like he fucked it up, boy, they really fumbled there at the fucking end, didn't they? Like right there at the end zone, they really fucking.
Yeah, well, by that time he'd had none of it and he was out of there. And then they want to call the cops. Like, yeah, the cops should have already been on their way, or you should have had somebody there, you know. But it was
Pocket
about the
dial
YouTube video,
911.
right?
That's a joke. Don't do that. I was just saying, pocket dial the cops. Let them listen to your fucking interrogation. I don't fucking know, but you need to be working with them before you head out there. How about that? Have them on the scope. Well, they don't have time for it. Okay, something. Get the cops coming there before they're leaving there. How about that? How about that? Is that a good one? I think that's sound advice.
Maybe they don't want the cops stealing their glory.
I guess.
The reason why they turned up alone instead of trying to turn up there with police, I think, is because it's about the video.
Right.
McGruff pointing out, thank God for the dancing emoji. I was ready to break something. Yeah, it's hypnotized everyone with love really quick. And everyone's centered. Yeah. Now, someone is also saying that they said that the guy may meet them at the apartment. Maybe it's true, maybe it isn't. I'm not sure. Hope it is. Hope it is.
Well, that's what they said. They said that
No.
they were going to hang around and meet the cops there. But
Now, here's what's depressing and completely draining. We've just done an almost 3-hour-long show about nothing but pedophiles on YouTube. Sometimes this show is a bit hard to do. Sometimes the show is kind of like, but this is all the things that are happening. And it's just so weird. Just so weird. I dare say one could put it out there that YouTube has a pedophile problem.
it does appear to seem that way.
I think so.
I mean, the way things are going, I mean, YouTube is this close to getting tax exempt status as a religion. That's how bad the pedophile problem is.
I don't get paid enough to do shows like this that often. So it'll be a minute before we end up we'll talk about these time to time. But I try to space them out at least a little bit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because
And
it's
how often can
extremely
we really talk
depressing
about this
shit.
shit?
I mean,
It's
for us to
not-
talk
it's not
about
pleasant.
Yeah. Especially seeing as how nobody's going to jail.
That doesn't
I
help.
mean, I'd feel okay doing that episode. Like, if one of these dudes gets arrested tomorrow, then yeah, we'll talk about him again tomorrow. Because that's going to be a day of celebration.
I guess, yeah, there is that, but you never see those videos. I mean, you get, I don't know, I don't want to be fair. Be unfair to people. There are some videos where you will see people get arrested and take those videos are out.
Hashtag
All
not
right?
all videos, but
But
most videos. You don't see
like,
that.
I imagine that we would have heard about it by now if that guy was arrested. So I will put out the question: was that guy arrested? Is there any way of knowing? Do we know at all? Has anyone talked about that at all? Has anyone found out?
According to person who have pinned the comment on their channel, the police have been contacted again, waiting on their response. So as of yesterday,
Okay, and this was filmed like last week.
this was premiered on the 21st of April. So 2 days ago.
Oh, well, one day ago for us.
I don't know when it was filmed. Probably within the last week or two.
Yeah.
I imagine it's pretty fresh. They want to get it while it's fresh.
Unfortunate. Just unfortunate. Jessica, is there any proof that PP actually called the police? Any reports? That's a fair question. We're going with that call at the end of the thing. I mean, we can't hear them, right?
Yeah.
So
They don't have a link to any police report or anything. If that's even possible. The last upload to EDP's channel was like a week or something ago.
dude, see, Bar Stewart, don't say shit like that. That's grim. Let him get away so that they can get him again and make another video. That is the worst case scenario extent of how bad YouTube is in my mind. I want to pretend it's not that bad. It makes it easier to exist. When other people are saying shit that like I will hear in my head when I think about things, it doesn't feel good. Don't do that. Slacker bought an ad break, said this was a sick cash grab. I hate this BS. To a degree, I agree with you. There are some of them though where I get it. Yeah, they're putting it on YouTube and all that, but at the same time, they're putting them out there for people to see. And these are bad people they're doing something genuinely awful. And the people who make these videos, they face penalties all the time from YouTube, and it's a pain in the ass. But at the same time, I respect their work enough to where what the Predator Poachers guy does bothers me. I even respect what he does enough to where the way he does it bothers me. Okay, I don't even know if it's a profession. A lot of guys don't get paid like he does doing it. Okay. He gets paid a lot doing it, and he's franchised it out. There's like Predator Poachers Toronto, Ohio, and like all these different. It's a little cringy, but who cares, man? They're catching people who are doing bad shit, and for the most part, they all do it by the book and correctly, with the exception of there are a few who don't do it right, and that guy's one of them. He's just somebody who drops the ball way too much. Okay, hold on. I'm going to send something that explains how poachers in the UK do things differently They play ball a little differently than we do in the States. We have a couple minutes left until the 3-hour mark, so may as well kill it taking a little peek-see at this here. What do they do differently in the Europe? Knots Apocalypse. It's the name of the account.
Yeah, so we want one of these.
No, I like this video.
Please.
Which video?
The one the pin tweet, the "Promise Me You Won't Do This Again" compilation. Can you pull that up from beginning to end? I do like this. This is a cruel way to roast them.
One thing
You really
I
want to
will-
do? Go ahead.
One statement I do want to make about the whole predators, catching a predator thing. They do have maybe one saving grace, and that's when the law doesn't get. I don't know. James Charles has not been arrested. He has not been charged with a crime. He's still particularly free. Although
Well,
he
the
is
big thing
receiving
is he-
consequences because of predator poacher
Here's-
peoples. That's
hold
the
on.
best thing
Well,
that I
no,
can say about
I
him.
don't think he got caught on predator poacher people. I think it's the people he talked to. They came out and they spoke on it themselves. The thing with James Charles and even this other guy is they're not caught by the police. When the police catch you, well, that's one thing. They're good. They've done it by the book. That can be done up and done. Do you get what I'm saying? It's different if the cops catch you because the cops know what the cops have done. When it's random organizations, well, now we have to look at how it was done real quick, all that shit. However, something that's done differently in the UK is this. Go ahead and give it a play. The pinned tweet didn't play, did it? Now I'm sad.
Yeah, do you want me to let you go?
Please.
Tough.
And I'll never do it again.
You'll fucking never do it again because you're getting locked up, kid. To let you go? Yeah. So are you going to do it again?
No, I'm
So fucking sit there, you're going no fucking way.
Let me just.
You're sitting nowhere. Are you sorry?
Yes, I am.
You want me to let you go?
Please.
Yeah, tough. Stand there, you're going fucking nowhere, Charlie. Stand there. I couldn't give a fuck if you're sorry. If I let you go now, and we walk away, are you ever going to do this again?
No.
Tough,
I
you go.
promise.
Yeah, tough, you're going fucking nowhere, you're getting locked up, you fucking animal. Do you know if I let you go? Eh? Do you know if I let you go now? Are you ever going to do it again?
No.
Do you promise? Promise me.
I'm trying to kill myself.
No, but love, listen. Promise you'll never ever do it again. Eh?
Yes.
Have you got
What?
internet on your
I
phone?
promise.
You promise you'll never do it again?
Yeah.
Tough, you're going fucking nowhere, mate. You're getting locked up. Say it.
I promise you, I won't do it again.
Yeah, tough, you're going fucking nowhere, you fucking animal. You're staying there.
I swear, honestly, I promise.
You'll swear never to do it again.
Promise. I promise.
Tough, you're going fucking nowhere, you dirty bastard. You're getting locked up. Eh?
I promise.
You promise you won't do it again?
I promise you won't do it again.
Tough, you're going nowhere, we're waiting for
That
the
is a
police.
strange looking
Alright.
man.
You're getting locked up.
Tell the camera.
Like the penguin.
God, I'll never do it again.
If I let you look at, right, just sit there and look at the camera and tell the camera. If I let you go, are you ever going to do it again? Are you going to do it again? You promise me? Tough, you're going nowhere, you fucking animal. Stay down. Look at that camera.
fucking animal.
You promise the people that you'll never fucking do this again.
Promise you I'll never do this again. Promise you.
No, I need to know that.
Promise you I'll never do this again.
Now, do you want me to let you go?
Yes, please.
Tough, you dirty bastard. You're going fucking nowhere. You're staying there. You're getting locked up.
I like that. I like the cut
Now,
of their jib.
now, how do you know that they know that they're getting locked up? Because they call the cops before they do it over there.
Oh, novel
Before they
idea.
do it. Now, maybe that
Hmm.
works differently because of how the laws are set up over there. Maybe it's a lot easier or whatever. Maybe, just maybe. But I wouldn't expect it. I feel like if people were able to, I don't know, you know, call the cops over here. I feel like if they would do it, then they would do it. I would like to think so, at least.
I don't know.
I would think.
It'd be nice to think. But not knowing what's going on in both situations, the exact specifics of the laws of each country, I can't say for sure. But yeah, it's a nice thought.
Yeah, if there was a way to do it where you could call the cops beforehand like that, then surely more people would do that.
Well, it seems like usually when we watch people over here in America, it seems like the cops are just never called in the first place. It seems like they never have enough evidence.
Well, it's an afterthought, calling the police in all of the American ones that I see. It's something that happens after the fact, after
It's
the
really
interview,
unfortunate.
after the recording.
Anka, you never showed the one with that Alex guy at the mall with those two
Doesn't even exist anymore.
disabled
That got
people.
pulled off of YouTube.
Okay.
All of his old stuff's gone off of YouTube. Every old Predator poacher, they're all gone. They have uploaded some to the new channel.
I imagine that
Well,
one
he
didn't make
has
the
to.
cut.
No,
I can't imagine why.
that one had to go. Oh. Apparently they are a bit more cavalier with things over in Brazil as well. Do not get caught being a pedophile in Brazil.
Brazil's crazy. I believe it.
People have opinions. When you're in Brazil, if you are caught in this kind of scenario, and the cops, they all of a sudden they get something in their eye. It looks like they're not able to see some things that may or may not take place to people who may or may not be messing with kids in Brazil.
It's Bolsonaro country over there.
And you don't want to get caught down there with that kind of shit. The UK way a little less violent, but at the same time, I don't know. I just like the idea of you can go and catch them. You can call the cops beforehand. The cops can be there. The cops end up showing up. They haul them off to jail whenever you get your video. They take them off to jail. Everybody's good. They like all the parties involved win. All right, because you get a video no matter what for your YouTube. Even if the cops show up, you still get a video, right? And I think some people would even be happier if that was the end of the video and not you just shouting out their license plate number and chasing them down the road, which is how it always ends. Right?
Right.
I find it would be a more satisfying ending to see them hauled off. So I feel like we should have more cooperation. Like that was the thing with the Catch a Predator. You know, that's what everybody's emulating. You have that weird interrogation thing, but then at the end, when they leave and they walk off, the cops get them. And that is that's the payoff. That's what makes it worth it. That's the okay, here's this creep, here's him being creepy, and then at the end you get to see the creep get got. That's the point. This would be like doing somebody writes you a fucking movie script and it's all about a big fucking meeting that's going to happen at the end of the movie, and then right before the meeting happens you just no meeting. Or you build it up to this big like fucking war that's going to happen at the end, and then you just no war, no violence. All you get to see is the bureaucracy behind the scenes. Maybe there are movies like that, but when the entire thing and the entire draw of it is you want to see what you want to see. Like if you want to see these guys get roasted and all that, sure, but surely that also comes with wanting to see them get got. If you want to see them get caught, you want to see them exposed, then you would want to see them face consequence. That seems like it makes sense. These are pedophiles. You see a pedophile caught, see a pedophile exposed, see a pedophile shown to everybody, then why would the next thing that you do after that not be, okay, let's see him get caught. Let's see him get got. Right? Am I crazy?
No, you ain't crazy.
I want a happy
Like it's good.
ending,
It's
like, is
building
that
up
it
to
can possibly be
WrestleMania.
for that kind of a situation, and that would
Yeah.
be to watch them get handcuffs.
You build up to WrestleMania and then you don't do it. You build up to the Super Bowl, no Super Bowl. You fucking it's Die
The
Hard
story's great, but
with
the
no
payoff is still the
final fight.
match.
Yeah. You're waiting for that part where you see them face some sort of consequence. You don't get to see them go to court and whatever plays out from there, sure, but you see the visualization of consequence, and that is what people want from it. And that is where all these videos come up short. I feel like it should be a lot more important to have the cops involved in. Whatever your opinions are about cops or whatever, and how they go at people who do whatever actions. I think everybody is glad that cops are around and will do something to whoever is in the pedophile circle, right? Like, I feel like everybody's in agreement. Cops can go with the pedophiles, 100%. Regardless of color, everybody seems fuck the pedophiles. So I wish there was more of a way that they could work in tandem. I feel like they're not working in tandem. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, all of them say we work with police. We all know that's not true. But they say they work with police, and they turn it in if the cops ask or whatever. And you can't report all of them, they say, and shit like that. But, you know. If you follow them on Facebook, then they'll update them there. Yeah, but you don't get to see, like, there's no videos in that. They don't make those videos. It's all about the find them, catch them, monetize that, throw that. And when I say monetize that, look, if this is what they're doing with all of their time, I find it to be a good enough cause to where, sure, let them make money off of this to pay for the time they put. I'm fine with that. But you have to get the priorities going right. Like making sure that the case works and the case goes right is what will enable you to continue to be monetized and continue to do well. One of them takes priority over the other, but will enable the other. And they should really take that into account. If that, Alex, if this is what he's going to do and monetize everything across everything, cool. And I have zero problems with it. But doing this thing right will make sure that you can continue to have that thing you want. You don't have to make the goofy jokes. You don't have to fucking, like, he'll get racial and just shit that doesn't have to happen, that makes it harder on the people who are trying to make shit work. Make your money. Do the work you're doing. But fucking don't fuck up the actual work that's got to get done for the sake of trying to get a couple more clicks and a couple more dollars thrown at you or any of that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Look at this. Chosen through and said no money and views in reporting to cops first. If they could get it going like the thing that we just saw with the UK guys, they do a thing, they talk to them, and then they did the thing where, what if I let you go, or what, that's a roast, because that guy in a second, he thinks, oh man, I might get out of here, and then you get to see him torn down, and fuck them, they deserve shit like that. And then when they're gonna get got by the guy, fuck them, they deserve it. Very satisfying, those catches. I don't know, man. I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, I think everywhere should have whatever that is that's going on with the UK, where you can call the cops beforehand, you can make your catch, they can get their catch, everybody wins, everybody walks off. This is...
Yeah.
Doesn't that seem ideal?
Yeah.
And if I were the police in one of these places, I would want to work with them to do that specifically for that. I don't know. Resources, maybe strap, whatever. I'm sure there's a fucking bureaucratic reason, but man,
That's the thing, though. I mean, these people are going to put in, hundreds of man hours on their own dime, so you should be taking advantage of that. Why not?
I'm not big on YouTubers. All right, I won't tell most people to work with YouTubers, but for
Yeah,
the
I'm
sake
not
of this
telling
kind of
people
thing,
to work with YouTubers.
yeah.
But I'm just saying,
I'm
like,
just
yeah,
probably
people,
saying, yeah, go.
people invested in getting rid of these people. I mean,
If you
why
know
not
they're
take
out there and you
advantage
know
of
what they're
what they've
doing,
done, if you can?
yeah. If you know they're out there, you know what they're doing, just try to fucking help them. Try to fucking do what you're doing. Yeah, you're already supposed to be catching criminals as a cop anyway, so fucking just help them. Move it along.
Make a YouTuber poster. The do's and don'ts of catching pedophiles.
Yeah. Work with them a little bit if you can spare the minute. I don't know. It's annoying. I see the way that the UK thing went. It's way cooler than the way that this shit goes over here. Where that was an hour-long video. Nobody called the cops until the last 3 or 4 minutes, and he was driving off. And again, like, there are people who say allegedly he ain't even calling the cops. Like, there's no proof he's calling the cops. It sucks. There's no resolution. It's not what you want out of pedophile shit that you want. You want to see consequence. I don't know. Pain in the ass kind of shit.
Some kind of closure.
Not even closure, because, like, again, like, somebody's got to go to jail. There's more shit that's gonna happen after it. But the video needs closure, I guess. Like, the video ending with them just driving off and you walking off, and I don't know. It's a really unsatisfying genre for the most part. It serves a purpose, and I don't have a problem with the people who monetize the purpose or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Akujin, you say you gotta run. I just got your beep. You good? We're good. Like, that could be it. Like, we were only gonna talk about the two guys. And then we talked about the old guy too. Like, that last guy, that was it. Whole bunch of pedos on YouTube. It all sucks.
We need a
Finally
happy
Thursday.
show.
No, it's only Thursday.
Can we have a happy show tomorrow?
Ideally.
We had a happy show yesterday. Maybe we only get
Try.
one. Who knows?
Maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're good. Fucking. I don't know. If the show depressed you today, I hope you don't, don't expect too much of this because I have to not do shows like this still. This is not fun. Like, there are shows where they talk about pedophiles every fucking day. Can't do that. We did that 1 week where we ended up talking about horrible people for a week straight, and then we didn't have to do it for like.
I remember that.
Hated that week.
Yeah.
It's worth doing. Anyway. Anymore? Are you? Anybody? Other things? Say you guys say your things. Kuchin's got to go.
I'm good.
You got very busy train things.
Everybody else good?
They didn't say anything.
People for the well wishes. I appreciate it.
I'm 277, bros. 277. I started at 305. Applaud me.
Applaud him. Applaud Alex.
Yay.
Woo!
I thought you
Okay.
looked thinner coming out of the shower.
Goddamn right.
Pretty soon there'll be room enough in there for me.
Goddamn.
Looking very svelte.
And with that visual image, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Maybe.
Cat's nobody.
Yes.